this feeling. Walk up in the spot on a Friday night. A few fine girls in this building. I bet it one or two that could do me right. Before I even get started, one fine girl come and took my hand, walked me out on that dance floor. Wild DiBiase played all the jams. She said, I don't know what you came for, but I got something you need. Gone, sip on this potion. Gone, roll up that weed. Look at here, shut it. I don't know what you came for, but I got something you need. That's when she dropped down, brought it back. Don't be scared and always prepare for contact like that. Party started harder than it's done before. Once we both got on the floor.
Are we on? We are live, y'all. What's good? What is that? Where did that come from? My fault, y'all. Yeah. Let me act right on Tuesday. What's good, y'all? You're truly here, DJ Nas, tapping in for another dynamic edition of Pause for Pause podcast. Believe it or not, we are at season 15, episode 7. Somebody told me that's a good luck number somewhere. I know my angel numbers. I don't know about you. But in the meantime, I'm here alongside my partner in crime, the one and only.
It's Will, y'all. Will the Thrill, professional shit talker extraordinaire, lover of the people, a coach and everything about it. Yerp. What up, blood?
Did he knock on the door? Oh, you locked it.
But forget all that. What is angel number? What is?
All right, we get. Okay, so angel numbers.
Yeah, what the fuck is an angel number? Sorry.
So rude, man.
Yeah, I mean, I'll check the F-bomb out of it. What is an angel number?
Angel numbers.
I'm aware of these things.
Angel numbers are what people say are supposed to be that are aligned with you and mean something to you. When you see the same repetitive numbers, normally in threes. What up, Court? My fault. Normally in threes, it normally means something. So like 843 means it's time for change, right? 222 is like alignment, if I believe. 555 means, huh?
You typed in.
I'm right? Yeah. I'm trying to get Willow up to date. You know, he went to school in Queens. So
you got 333,
187.
Here you go.
No, that's an angel.
304,
666.
304. You know, 304 is like a new term, right?
Oh, right.
I just learned that like 2 days ago.
No, it's 504. It's not 304. It's 504.
No, they saying 304.
That's 504 boys.
504 is what?
That's New Orleans.
Go for New Orleans.
Yeah, remember the 504?
But the letters it represents is HOE.
Nah, they using 304 right now.
Y'all need to catch up. See, this is what I'm talking about.
I'm 304 backwards.
All over.
Remember, you put that in the beeper.
Huh?
That's before your time. But that's what you were putting in the beeper.
All right, before we start the show, can we explain how a beeper operates? Because I done heard so much.
Hey, yo.
Beeper? Come on. No, man. No.
Bro.
Them shits went out when
Nigga said you ain't know how to beeper. 14 bricks in that bag? Nah, bro. 29, man. That came with Nokia Snake on the phone.
Wow.
I had them problems.
Yeah, so you want to answer that?
Oh, you couldn't do shit with it.
Okay.
The only thing you're doing is literally paging somebody. So it wasn't no texting or nothing like that. You really just send your number to somebody.
That's it.
Like, and tell them to call you. Basically, they know words. So imagine me texting you just my phone number. Like, oh, Will, and holler at me.
Oh, okay.
That's it.
So you get a page number.
Yeah.
And
This is wild.
And that's the number. That's it. That nigga dumb. We should spell shit like hello.
What was the purpose of this?
Like shit like that. Yeah. Hey, bro, technology it was a different time.
Right.
That's crazy. How much was the beeper back then?
A month?
Because you had to be. It's just like that was like
my beeper, my first one was like 120.
Flex back then, right?
But yeah, but like it was nothing else. Like,
yeah, so my first page was like 120 had to buy, and then per month it was like $49.
Yeah.
But they also had some other cheaper programs, cheaper plans like $20, but it limited the amount of text you could get. Not text, I'm sorry, pages that you could get.
Yeah. Technology struggle. So there were cell phones, but if you had a cell phone, you was like a drug dealer or some shit. Like,
Guaranteed.
Because some other shit.
Yeah. You had the long antenna
it was wild Raleigh. Or you had a car phone.
Man,
okay. I seen the car joint before.
That shit came in a bag.
The car joint before.
Like you ever watch the old movies and this shit be looking like this? It's like gray looking.
Yeah,
it's like,
super big
shit like a brick.
Yeah.
Like a brick in his
Got
hand.
the wild flap. Yeah, got the flap joint come down.
Yeah. What a time.
Are we done now?
My bad. I never understood the pages shit. Now I know it's really pointless. I mean, back then it probably made sense, but
no. Speaking from technology right now, yes, nigga, useless. You got more fucking your little digi-bot probably got more capability than that page had.
Remember when the pages had different colors?
Oh,
it was like the neon blue and then
all that shit.
My thing is that it's still pointless though. It's still pointless back in the day because if I just wanted to call you, I just call you.
Not if I was in the house, bro.
It wasn't that easy, bro.
It wasn't in the house.
It wasn't like
that.
We had house phones, bro. You wasn't in the house.
We used payphones.
So you was outside, you had to go use the payphone, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
All right, gotcha.
And if somebody was late,
that's when the pages came in.
I used to be good at guessing where my people were. Like, yo, because we did the same thing every day after school, unless you had to work. Like, yo, you supposed to be here at 3:30. They not there. So it was like, damn, where else could they be? All right, they have to block at the store.
Yo, bro.
Pull up.
Guessing.
So when they be like,
What
yo,
a
page
time.
me, it's basically saying, yo, tell me when to call you.
Basically.
Essentially.
Yeah, don't use
What a
911
time.
unless you meant it. Like,
The bug that bought is paging somebody from a payphone and then waiting by the payphone for them to hit you back.
come on.
That's-
So when you really out and about and you moving around,
really
like
wanna talk to people back
yeah.
then, boy.
Oh, bro, I mean, you were trying to link something up, so you
Y'all
might
kids-
yeah.
y'all
It
kids
wasn't,
don't
it
understand.
wasn't no
Desperate-
small talk back then.
Y'all
boy.
don't
Desperate time.
Listen, I just sat here for 2 hours getting you finna talk for 3.
Put that quarter in there, and you'd be pissed if that shit go to voicemail or something when you call the house phone and not there. Like, I wasted that fucking quarter.
Yeah. See, my era was the minutes. So at the certain time you had to
After
call me at the 10, 6,
Yeah.
3 minutes type. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I remember that too. But yeah, when I was young, it was a pager.
I appreciate
Bro,
that. Thank y'all.
Old technology. We used to have what's the fucking Rolodex, like the electronic one, or you give somebody a code, like, yo, your code on my phone is gonna be
Oh,
6,
yeah.
fucking 46. So when you don't even put your number in, there, just text 46. I go to my Rolodex and see what. 46. Oh, that's nuts. Yo, it
So
was,
you had like a little small
Weird.
page book.
oh yeah, but it wasn't paper. It was digital.
Yeah.
There's a whole other device. Yeah, bro, it was wild.
Yeah, he like, man, what the fuck are y'all talking
It's just like, damn, compared to now, it's like,
In
that's a huge
retrospect,
waste of time.
hilarious. Yeah. Technology, bro.
Of course, if you look at
You
it,
had to, and I,
Then it was
y'all
hot.
thought y'all had it
Fuck
going
yeah.
on, bro.
bro, you had
Fuck
you
yeah.
had a beeper, you was that nigga.
Yeah. Don't have
Yeah, bro.
multiple drug dealer.
Yeah, you was
Guaranteed.
Yeah. Why would you need
That
multiple
nigga
people?
sells
Though?
dope.
Yeah.
that nigga there.
Thank
Yo,
y'all, man.
There be a cat with 3 of them shit, so you be like, nah, he bugging.
Yeah.
I know he got it.
They understood how pages operate. Pointless.
Oh, I thought you were just Googling that. That's after we just
Nah.
explained the whole thing.
I was 10 years old.
I really heard like
See, that was
different
fun.
stories. Yeah, it was all over the place. Right there.
We can leave Nextel pages for next week. We'll that's a whole nother mission right there. Court's here.
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry.
No, you good, bro, because I haven't answered that question. You know, my daughter's never asked me that question. Her mother probably told her the answer, though. But she's younger than you.
Yeah, her generation, they don't give a
Yeah.
what? They don't even respect
ass
Tupac.
nigga.
They give a fuck about people. They don't care about Biggie.
Right.
So they don't It takes back.
Hey, don't ever say that. Come on, bitch.
Which is
All right.
crazy.
Generation.
Super sidetracked early on in the show.
Yeah. That's me.
We have a special guest
Let's go.
who's already introduced himself. How can I best introduce you? Because there's no really way to competulate. That's not a word.
Nice.
I like it.
Who tells you can't have
Rock
your own
with it.
word? Go ahead.
But rock with it because it's like what you do and have done
Yeah.
is like one lifetime, right?
Could be.
It could be, right?
Sure.
You know, legendary status. Some awards, some notifications.
I've been around, you know.
You done birthed a lot,
Yeah.
especially in the city of Atlanta and just for hip hop culture
Right.
and also for technology and also for people in general.
Yeah.
I know he did a lot. He's just way too humble.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You want to get quiet like that, right?
Yeah, he got a mean resume.
You're gonna understand in a second, and I almost started going into where we first met, but I'm gonna say that for a second.
Yeah, that's a story.
That's a story in itself.
That's a story.
Super producer, engineer, culture cultivator, which is something that we use.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Culture Cultivator Award.
I'm a lifelong creator, man.
That's the best way to put it.
Creator, bro. Like my creative journey has gone and took me in a lot of different directions, man. I just chase the creativity, fam.
Yeah,
I just chase the creativity and just be about my craft. My craft is creating. You know
yeah.
what I mean? And wherever the vibe takes me or wherever like I'm focused on at the moment, that's what I go in on.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So it's been music in one phase.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, it's been business in another phase.
Yep.
It's been events in a different phase. It's been marketing. It's been entrepreneurship.
You didn't even get to the marketing part.
Oh,
Jeez.
you didn't get to his name. Can you lend a like, what I'm trying to, my man, yo.
That part. You're like, who is that?
Who is that? Who's gonna start name? I'm like, what's his name, man?
See,
Who was that nigga?
Facts though, like, what's going on, man?
Yeah, man.
We go down the whole journey.
The one and only.
see, and I just said his name, and y'all too busy talking and cracking jokes.
You didn't say his name.
I did.
Jeron Ward.
What?
man.
My award. Okay.
You heard me, right?
I heard you.
No thanks and nots.
Yeah.
I got your back, man.
Nice to have you, bro.
Thank you for being here, first of all.
Yeah, for sure.
And shout out to Network King for making it happen because you are not the easiest brother to be reached.
I am not.
Which is a good thing.
Not. Yeah.
I think it's a great thing.
Yeah.
Can't be too accessible.
Gotta get you a pager.
Listen,
Oh, that's fucking hilarious.
Gotta find me, bro. You gotta find me, G. Otherwise, I'm in the lab, man.
That's it.
Yeah, I'm in the lab.
That's it.
bro. So, yeah.
Jeron Ward.
Jeron.
Ward.
yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. All right,
Glad to be here with y'all, man. Appreciate y'all.
yeah,
And thank you, bro.
you said you called yourself a curator, a creator of life, or how'd you put it
A
again?
lifelong creator.
Lifelong creator.
Yeah, it's just my path, man.
Yeah, I'm still that.
Definitely.
Because no, it's very accurate. What would the people? What else would you like the people to know about you who've never, for some reason, are not familiar with your work and things you've done in the past?
Yeah, man. I mean, like I said, I've produced music. I mean, that's at my core is music. You know what I mean? Like I was very fortunate to produce for Outkast. You know what I mean? I got a Grammy nomination out of rocking with them. I also got introduced to a ton of different, producers, artists, and that's really helped me set my foundation with like my impact here in the city. You know what I mean? Fucking with Outkast or rocking with Outkast, it's like you coming in the game with the goats,
Right.
You know what I mean? And like the dudes who built the whole architecture of Atlanta music, Atlanta culture. So I was shaking hands with people. I didn't even realize the level of people that I was around at that time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but I busted my ass to get that. You know what I mean? I earned that, like for sure. Like I earned that spot, earned that position, earned that opportunity. But then I just caught that pass and just kept running with it, bro. You know what I mean? And it evolved as I went along. You know what I mean? So, yeah, music is at my core, man. But beyond that, where I'm at right now, I'm focused on my own agency, man. I got a Creative Noise, which is shout out to Organized Noise.
Okay.
Which were my mentors in the music game. You know what I mean? Shout out to Rico Wade. You know, we just lost him. But I spent a lot of time with like Ray Murray, over at Stankonia, Sleepy Brown, obviously Rico as well too. But I was just blessed to be cut from a different cloth, fam. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's where I'm at, and that's me.
Yeah, bro. That's very well-rounded answer. I want to get some more into the details.
That was well understated. But, yeah, that was a good start.
What question? When you're legendary, you be humble as shit.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Yeah,
Okay, it was cool.
The work and talk.
Exactly.
For sure. And it does.
Because one of the things that I realized earlier when we first started working together on smaller projects, not smaller, but different projects, individual projects, like if I call you, if I paid you,
I paid you shit.
Get to the point. It's like, because he's going to be here, and then it's like, all right. You know what I mean? And that's one of the things that I picked up on, being around y'all, you and networking included as well. It's like, our time is limited, so we need to be concise on what we're trying to do.
Right.
You know what I mean? Ain't no 3-4 hour brainstorm. No.
Yeah. Hit me when you're ready.
Exactly.
Hit me when you're ready.
You actually told me that before.
Probably. If you're ready to make some moves, you're ready to make it happen, holler at me. You know what I mean? Not to say that like I'm not there for like the ideation phase. You know what I'm saying? But like I'm about action, bro. Like I've been there. You know what I mean? Where like we keep talking about shit, but what we talking about? You know what I mean? Like
Meeting out.
I want. So what?
You meeting out?
Yeah.
I'm
down to connect, down to talk. You know what I mean? But I want to talk with some action behind it. You know what I mean? Otherwise, we just talking, fam. You know what I mean? Like, and that's cool for other folks. But our time here is just limited in general. You know what I mean? So if I'm gonna apply myself to something, I'm trying to go somewhere, dog. Like I don't want to just be sitting around talking, looking around. We ain't this shit,
right?
You know what I mean? Like so, like let's talk about it, but let's get to some action. Like, let's go do it.
Yeah,
I'd rather be spending my time doing it than talking about it. You know what I mean? Like,
well said.
Yeah.
Well said. And they be mad at me when I be like, "Yeah, are we done? All right, 10 minutes. All right, cool, we done. All right, we good. All right, we out." Oh shit, I'm jumping ahead. One of the things we do here on the show every week, we just have the most interesting thing that happened to you in the last 72, 96 hours.
Yeah.
Ain't gotta be nothing broad. You ain't had to, fly to Hawaii on the jet. ain't no PJ stories unless it happened.
Yeah.
So we normally go around the room just to catch people up. That's one of the things we try to have some consistency with. So who want to go first? Will you or Court, you want to go first? You want to go? You got something?
Oh, no. Hell no, bro. I was
We should have the same something.
Oh, yeah.
Same order?
Yeah. I mean, we all did the same things. Well,
we should
one particular thing we did the same thing of this weekend was we was at the park.
Atlanta Somerset.
Atlanta Somerset.
3vs3 basketball tournament for the Isaiah 41 Robinson Foundation.
Yeah.
You think I was there?
Yeah, almost. Almost like a DJ. Cole, what'd you do? Oh, cheated. Right. Oh,
worse man.
What did you think? What did you think of it? Go ahead. I didn't even get you off.
The event was really, really dope, man. I ain't gonna lie. So first of all, The basketball game?
Yeah.
Bro, that shit was looking like the NBA Finals, how they was playing, bro. Every time I think I could get out there and play ball, I'll be like, nope.
Let me chill.
Yeah, nope. Y'all playing too crazy. Nah, that shit was super competitive. But just event overall, man. From them having people out there talking about motorcycle safety to the balloon release for lost ones and like the whole shit, the whole event just put on. They did a really, really, really good job. Really good job.
Where was it at?
This was at Central Park.
Okay.
Yeah, Atlanta. Yeah, Central Park.
Yeah, shout out to Linda. She did that, man. That was well put together, bro.
You probably know Linda Day. I thought Brandon knew, but I'm pretty sure you know Linda.
What's up?
Writer. Writer. Yeah, probably. You know Atlanta. Yeah.
You got to put
same circles.
Yeah, same creative circles.
But man, it was really dope. I let Court get to how the game ended, but just a really, really fire event. I was happy to be there, man. It was really dope.
That's what's up. Court?
Hey, man. From the player perspective, I think it was a dope event. I mean, it was absolutely legit. Like, this is my first time, having a 3-on-3 tournament where they actually use FIBA rules. You get what I'm saying? So
that's right.
It was new for me, especially my team, because that whole checking it up, get it out the rim type thing.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
I was watching film, and a few times we didn't stop thinking we got to check it up. And bro, it's like, hey, it's constant movement. So, like what Will say, like it wasn't nothing play about it, bro. It was definitely some good competition. She had it set up all the way legit, man. But from a player perspective, she had snacks. Snacks. You can't beat that, bro. Kept me alive. I pulled up to the park on straight vibes. I was turned, ready to win. You feel me? Put over P4AP. I had my squad there.
Shout out to them.
Yeah, shout out to Linda for even squeezing me in.
Yeah.
So yeah, we went 3-2. We could have won. Blase, but
here he go.
Me and Linda, we had a long conversation about the refs. She understands. They won't be there next year.
You ain't like the refs?
I didn't say it. Linda said it. They won't be there next year. I'm just keeping it real though. Like we really dead ass had a chance to win. We lost to OT, and we should have got some calls, but we didn't.
Went to OT. I feel that.
Yeah.
It was a heartbreak.
I needed that money.
Give me my money.
Yeah. Well, girls say from Set It Off, I need that money. Listen, I was in the bind. But nah, it was a great event, bro. I'm definitely gonna be there next year, strapped and ready.
Yo, that's crazy.
Pause. I got your back, bro. I think you said it, but
yeah, we know what you meant.
Yeah.
Silent pause. What about you? I'll jump in, man. Yeah. So speaking of events, I actually had an event on Friday. Yeah.
Okay.
We do a monthly series called Unlock at Rose and Ryan Buckhead's rooftop joint.
Okay.
So yeah, we had it's our monthly party, man. It's our opportunity to like bring some like different vibes to the city of Atlanta. So we do like house music, infused with some Atlanta shit. So like we'll do like, Gypsy Woman on top of Future or something like that. You know what I mean?
Mashups.
We really try to mash it up. Yeah. Okay. So we got some really dope DJs who rock with us. We had DJ Reese. TY, and They Rule. We had them last Friday. Before that, we've had Unruly. It was fucking fire. My bro.
Good people.
Last month, I brought my homie from LA, Uri Hall. I'm out here. So just trying to bring, some different vibes to the city, man. Like, trying to expand people's musical palette and shit like that, but also just having a good time, man. It's like, Unlocked is like, man, leave your cool shit at home, bro. We all cool here. We get it. You know what I mean? Like, you don't got to flex on that. You know what I mean? It's about kind of like letting that to the side and just having a good time. You know what I mean? So,
man, make parties.
What's that?
No, I was going to say make parties great again.
Hey, come on. Somebody got to do it. You know what I mean? Somebody got to do it, right? Well, we do it every third Friday at Rose and Ryan Buckhead. And we about to switch up the venue in a little bit, but it's been a good run so far.
How was the energy in there?
It was dope, man.
Word?
Dope. Yeah. It's some things to look at in there.
You got touchy-feely?
Taking the trapeze.
Motherfuckers don't dance these days, bro. That's what I'm getting at. Yeah. Like, people don't interact. People don't dance.
I've been saying that. I'll be so tired of standing on the couch and staring at each other.
So I know that house
on your phone shit.
Is that some Atlanta shit, bro? Like, I mean, I've lived in New York. I've lived in LA. You know what I mean? New York is its own thing.
It's like, different.
Motherfuckers go out there to party, dog. Yeah. Like it's a different.
Maybe in the sweating. I ain't gonna.
yeah. Like Atlanta niggas just want to look cool and shit. Like I get it.
So
you know what I mean?
But you said it like, yo, we all cool, bro. Like,
I get it. Like, The box has been checked.
Yeah, got it.
You're cool.
Nice fit.
Gotcha.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, so yeah, that was my interesting thing for the weekend, man. My series.
That's fire.
No, that's dope. Wait, so how long y'all been doing that?
This was our 4th one. We just started it in May.
Okay.
So it's a summer series. We're going to keep it going throughout the year.
I was about to ask because, you know,
So when the next one, let me get my calendar. House music with a little future.
Yeah. The next one will be September 20th, actually. We do it every third Friday.
Okay, dope.
That's fine.
Not you ever get in that pocket?
Of course.
A little mix like that?
You see, I was looking at him, right?
What's up?
Yeah.
Word. Yes.
What's it called again?
Unlock.
Yeah.
So unlock your joy, man. Unlock that energy. You know what I'm saying? Like that leave your cool shit at home. Like I said, you know, that's really what it's about.
Man, listen, I'm putting that on a t-shirt.
No, that's what's up because, like I said, we need more stuff like that in the city. You know, as long as we've been here, I've been here since '96. So trying to see the progression and how we want it to move, and it's just like we need new ideas. It's like once I'm a piano and Afrobeat hitting the city, everybody want to do it. And before then, it was R&B parties.
R&B parties,
8 days a week.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like we got to keep on progressing, and that I think that's one of the challenges as being creative. It's like, yo, what can we do that's not going to be a knockoff or a copy of somebody else, but still be original enough that you need to come to us for it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's why I appreciate things like that.
Yeah.
Because you talking about Unruly, you know, with the mashup sessions they do at Rocksteady.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They was kind of owning that. I'm just glad to hear it in other venues. You know what I'm saying? Because I like Rosenberg.
Yeah.
I've never DJed there, but I had dinner there before. So I like that spot. I do.
You will be DJing there soon.
Well, how about that? Let's So, what else you got going right now in your current mode? I should put it that way.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. So again, I'm focused on my agency, man, Creative Noise, and through Creative Noise, I decided to create a platform and a vehicle where I can channel all my creativity through it. So whether that's music, whether that's entertainment, you know, marketing, events, whatever it may be. Right now, we've been coordinating marketing campaigns for different brands. So we're specifically working with the American Red Cross right now.
Okay.
It's actually a really, really dope campaign we're about to release. We're in the process of getting like the content, commercials, and everything like that shot out in LA right now. But they reached out to us at the top of the year to help bring more awareness around sickle cell, specifically within the African American community.
Dope.
It affects us at a higher rate proportion than it does any other ethnicity. So I really respected their intention with reaching out to us as a Black-owned agency and individuals who are actually a part of the culture. That's one thing we always push is like, we're not from the inside out. We're not from the outside in. We're from the inside out. Like we part of this. You know what I'm saying? So when we pick up the phone to call the homies, it's us calling the homies versus like some corporate motherfuckers trying to, you know what I mean, get, you know, whatever, trying to link it up. And it could be kind of trying to extort the culture in that way, but we're more so trying to uplift the culture and empower people at the same time. You know what I mean? So we're going to be doing a major blood drive in LA on October 19th. And then we're doing a community dinner in LA where we're going to bring out the community leaders out of LA. So a lot of the homies that are out there, we're actually working with Gavin, aka Mizzle with Supervision.
Okay.
He's a fashion designer, clothing designer out there in LA. Really good homie. But he's going to be doing a merch collaboration that we're going to give away to the people who come to the blood drive and donate blood.
That's what's up.
You know what I'm saying? So it hit me in a different spot, man, because my pops actually has sickle cell.
Gotcha. I was going to ask. I was just going to ask. Yeah.
We went through a real serious episode with him about 2 years ago where he had like a series of strokes, and it was sparked off because of sickle cell. You know what I mean? Sickle cell is a blood disorder. You know what I mean? So, and strokes is it's all relative. You know what I mean? So. That's where we at right now, man. Not to make it all serious and heavy and shit.
Oh no, we can too.
That shit.
No, trust me, yeah.
But you know, it's definitely something I'm super proud of. It feels like legacy work. You know what I mean?
It's impact.
Be able to do something that's going, you know, not only be cool and fun, but can actually help literally save lives in the bigger picture as well too. You know what I mean? So, we've been working on that since like January, dog. Like through negotiations and just conversations and kind of like getting the whole idea put together and bringing in the right players and individuals and creators to kind of make it all happen. So I've been in the trenches with that. That's really why I've been hard to find because they've been focused. You know what I'm saying? I just been in the lab. It's a big project, so it's a lot of things to pull together, and it's on 2 different coasts. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Just coordinating all of that. I run the quarterback position, so I'm always like calling plays and telling people what to do and delegating and all that kind of stuff. So that's where I'm at right now, bro. Completely locked in on that.
That's beautiful, bro.
And looking to kind of, you know, grow and expand from there, man.
So wait, you started in January, and when is the event gonna happen?
October 19th.
So you talking about a 10-month process?
People don't be realizing, man. That's a lot of shit that happens behind the scenes, man. Like when people see it, I think movies are the greatest example of that. You know what I mean? Like they'll shoot that shit 3-4 years in advance and have to go through the whole process of editing and creating trailers and all that kind of shit. By the time you get it, it's been through so many different levels of approvals and you know what I mean,
revisions,
all kind of stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So but that's the work, you know what I mean? Like that's the actual process is creating it all and putting it all together. You know what I mean? But for somebody like me who comes from music, I'm used to that shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I'll work on a track forever. Brandon though, you know, like looking at my hard drive, like nigga, why don't you put this shit on? All right, yeah,
It's not time yet.
So you're an artist.
right.
Would you call yourself a perfectionist in that sense?
You know what? Yeah, for sure. You know what I mean? But I've had to learn how to let that shit go. You know what I'm saying? Because perfection, they call it perfection paralysis, where like you're so stuck on trying to make everything perfect that you never actually do it. Yeah, and I came across this book, man. It was called The Artist Way.
Okay.
I actually caught that during the pandemic because I went through this like producer's block, which was fucking me up for a minute. Bro. That shit had never happened to me before.
Right.
I would sit down at the keys or like to make some beats, and I had nothing, dog. I'm like, I was like, this is not normal. You know what I mean? It's like I had to go find some kind of like help. You know what I mean? I'm like, what the fuck do I do with this shit? So I found this book, and it really taught me about like being a vessel and a channel for creativity, as an acknowledgement to God, who's the ultimate creator. You know what I mean? It's like it's just more so about like kind of getting out your own way and letting shit flow through you, and being willing to just like keep creating. You know what I mean? Like Dre said it best on Hollywood Divorce. He's like, man, we're just gonna keep creating and make some new shit. You know what I'm saying? Like. You got to kind of let it go once you make it, let the world do whatever it do with it, and you got to keep it moving. You know what I'm saying?
What was the name of the book?
The Artist Way. I was about to pull it up right now.
Are you an artist?
I'm a producer now.
Oh.
Behind the scenes.
I know you say you work on a song forever.
I will.
I didn't know if you was like, okay, you're the producer side.
Yeah, I will have the artist working on it forever, or I'm like, what I usually do is like we'll record it, and then I take it back, and then I get to work. Like it'll sound one way when we in the studio, and then by the time I come back with it, it'll be something completely different.
Yeah,
completely different.
It's dope that y'all are pinpointing certain sicknesses, especially sickle cell. I know it's personal to you, but I know a lot of people that's like embarrassed to even come around and tell people.
Yeah.
Because they feel like people looking like they're weak or they're gonna have a moment in front of them or something like that. You feel me? So that's good. You know that you have that space, so people can be wanting to be around other people that's dealing with this thing, and it normalize it to them. You know what I mean?
Just bring some awareness to it. You know what I mean? Like people know that it's a real thing. And the crazy part is that obviously we're looking at statistics and shit like that. The African American community is the lowest to donate blood. You know what I mean? But they need our blood in order to help us. So it's like, help us help you.
Niggas at the plasma center.
Plasma and blood is different though.
I mean,
I did it.
Way back, man, from like the whole, there's vaccine shit that we've been through as an African American community. There's a lot of things where there's been a lot of distrust. It's been laid down over time. So now, just generationally, most people are like, man, I don't fuck with that shit. You know what I mean? And they don't even really know why. They just don't fuck with it because their mama told them or their daddy told them or something like that.
I know you're not a doctor, but do you know like why Black people are so prone to it?
Not the specifics. I don't want to misquote it. You know what I'm saying? But it's just our blood type in general. It's just more of a proponent to it. You know what I mean? Like it's just something that attacks us more than it does any other ethnicity.
Yeah.
That's dope. I just like the idea. I always like we've done work where like it's even if it's not, it's in hip hop gives back. Like anytime you can combine like something you love and then doing the right thing, and especially for you because like you said your dad had sickle cell. So like anytime you can combine that thing that's like your passion, which is the creating side, and it's doing good, and it directly affects my family and my legacy. Like, bro, you put that together, it just make you wanna not stop working at it.
Like, it you up,
like, you know what I mean? Like I got the battery in my back, bro. I don't need to sleep. I need to get this like a 1,000,000% correct because what I'm doing right now. That could be the legacy play. Like everything else I've done in my past is great, but like this next thing could be the thing that's like fuck all that. Did you see what he did for sickle cell? Did you see that? Like that could be the thing. You know what I mean? So like, I guess from a creator like you are, like, does that make it easier to just like pour everything you have into it?
For sure. Yeah. I mean, especially because it has hit home for me. You know what I mean? Like that situation I went through with my pops was crazy, bro. Like,
sure.
It was like 1 minute he was cool, the next minute we was in ICU, bro. It was like, and it was like overnight. You know what I mean? Brandon, of course, this is my dog. I was gonna keep referencing Brandon, but it was a wild situation to be in. You know what I'm saying? So, but I also feel like maybe I don't want to say that happened for a reason. Obviously, everything does happen for a reason. But had that not happened, I wouldn't have felt so passionate about it at this juncture. You know what I'm saying? So, like, for sure, man, it's like I know that the work that this will do will help somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that somebody could be any of the homies' dad or mom or brother or sister at some day. So it's not necessarily like I don't have to see the face of the person that it helps, but I know that it's gonna help somebody. You know what I mean? So like that's where the passion really connects. You know what I mean?
Because I do remember, I know a little bit. Like sickle cell, it normally like will skip a generation or 2 generations.
Yeah.
You know, because I know it is hereditary, that part of it. You know, and like most people watching this, they may be familiar with like Prodigy. He had sickle cell. You know what I mean? And you know what I'm saying? So that part of where it came out of nowhere that you're referencing, that's what I'm remembering. And I want to say we did a sickle cell walk at one point years ago. But either way, like you said, it's still more about awareness. It's still more about us sharing and letting people understand, like, yo, this affects us.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because a lot of times that, and this is no shots. Yeah, I remember when the ALS thing went viral with the ice buckets and all of that.
Yeah.
We were so small of the percentage of people affected by it, it didn't really resonate with us. Sickle cell is the exact opposite. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to say sickle cell is a black people's ALS, but it's that number of black or that percentage of black people are affected by it.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
And my pops had it. He had at first he thought he just had the trait.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then he went. I mean, my pops is 65 now, so he went 62 years.
Really?
62 years without nothing.
Wow.
No episodes. No.
I was gonna ask that.
But the crazy thing is that he was having little signs of it, but just didn't know that was
that's what's
that.
yeah.
That's my until it erupted into like this whole thing that we had to go.
Is that his fault or his doctor's fault though? Because
a little bit of
if you go in 60 years, I know you don't went to the doctor at least. At least 3-4 times.
Doctors were kind of misdiagnosing it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? They didn't really.
Like, so what is it like? Okay, so now if I go to the doctors, right? Because if I go for a normal checkup, do I specifically have to tell them, hey, can you check for sickle cell, or should my regular checkup indicate that or show the symptoms?
I think it's something that like
you're not a doctor. I'm not trying to do you like that. My fault.
I can only think my own experience, you know what I mean? Like I think it's something that you kind of got to bring up. You know what I mean? Like, hey, can you at least check for this? Because I've been to the doctor plenty of times and they never asked me about it.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm like, hold on, y'all supposed to. It's like supposed to pop up on the computer, ain't it?
That you got to take in order to like actually
accurately.
That, you know what I'm saying? So it's a whole process of science and shit behind it. You know what I mean? But you can have it and it could be like incubating inside.
Yeah.
You know?
It could be dormant in your body for a long time. Like you said on his dad, it's 62 years, like nothing.
Yeah, nothing, bro.
That's great. That you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely great.
So, but yeah, like if you don't know what's in your family history or anything like that, like why would you do that? You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, black people think everything's gas. No matter what it is, it's gas.
Get you some ginger ale. It'll be a poet. I think that shit the cure for everything. It's funny as fuck.
Ain't bubble in my heart. What?
That's not how it works.
Ginger ale is definitely the black everything.
Ginger ale. Like what?
What's up, man?
Like grandma, that man got ginger ale ain't gonna help.
Bring it back.
Hot toddy.
So that's when the LA one is October 19th, you said?
October 19th.
And so when are y'all doing the one on the East Coast?
We haven't locked down a date for you. It's a lot behind it, you know what I mean? Like, because there's all kind of like safety things and health shit that I don't know anything about, but like it's a process to get it all approved.
Yeah.
But it is going to be a nationwide campaign that we're going to do.
That's what I'm talking about.
We're going to start in LA. And we picked LA because that's like a second home for me at this point. You know what I mean? Atlanta is always going to be like my base, but I spent 4 years in LA, man, and I had like the fucking amazing time out there, man. A lot of people either like love LA or they hate that shit. You know what I mean? Like people always talking about like LA's fake or whatever. Like I didn't have that experience, man. Like I got connected with the homies that was actually from LA.
Yeah.
Like shout out to my partner AK, my dog Chris London, you know, Thurs. Like I just got plugged up with the homies that was from there.
Wow,
yeah, you remember Thurs, right? Yeah, that's my bro, you know what I mean? So like I got introduced to LA, I think in a different way than most people probably get introduced to LA, like not having no homies out there, you know what I mean? So like, I'm in Inglewood, I'm in Lamar Park, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, obviously I stayed off, I was working for Adidas at the time, so I was in West Hollywood.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, they would bring me out and like I would go to the cookout. Like I had a whole different kind of experience with LA and just California in general, you know what I mean? And like I loved it, dog, you know what I mean? So we started in LA because we felt like we would get a lot of visibility and be able to build a lot of awareness coming out of a major market like that.
Yeah.
And, you know, humbly speaking, we plugged up out there. So like we can do things out there that most people can't. You know what I'm saying? So like we wanted to make sure we made a statement with that.
Yeah.
And then, you know, and it's also a test. American Red Cross has never done anything like this before.
I was surprised you used them as an example.
Yeah. I was surprised too. You know what I mean? But shout out to them for recognizing it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like a lot of brands, one thing I appreciate is when they recognize that they don't know. You know what I mean? A lot of brands will front like they do know, or they'll bring in like these corporate white folks or whoever. Not saying that white folks don't always know, but when you're dealing with a certain culture, why not get the culture to work with the culture?
If you're trying to reach the culture.
Simple, but you'd be surprised, bro. Like it just goes over these motherfucking heads.
Yeah, it's the gatekeeping and people like wanting to be in a place of authority, even though they don't know nothing about it.
Yeah, bro. It's like ego and shit, man. It's like, bro, get out the way, dog. Like you don't know what the hell.
Yeah, let me do this.
Like you don't know nobody.
Like, put your seatbelt on.
I'm gonna make you look at
it. And there's no disrespect, but just kind of like get out the way, bro. Like and more so help, but don't be in the way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like don't block us from being able to do what really can be done or what really should be done because you want to hold on to your ego. Like
the more I think about this is a really, I mean, it's already a big play, but it's like when you come to the Black community, American Red Cross is not held in the highest regard.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. So you go back to Hurricane Katrina.
It's a lot of
it's a lot.
It's a lot.
You know, even before that. So
it's a lot.
Yeah. It's a lot of weight in your shoulder.
Yeah. But we built for it. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm talking about.
We built for it, and we gonna make it make sense.
Yeah.
You know? So that's why like the whole strategy behind it is again inside out. You know what I mean? Like we're not gonna like go get just random people to co-sign on this or to talk about it. Very strategic about who we're bringing into it so that we create a real conversation and like an authentic conversation. And with people who are actually, you know, from LA, you know what I mean, who've been in LA, who've helped, you know, construct the fabric of LA in certain instances. When we go to different markets, it's gonna be the same play, you know what I mean? The same structure. But yeah, man, it's just about like, you know, doing it from a place of passion, doing it from a place from authenticity.
Right.
And making sure that, you know, we're telling a real story and allow people to connect with something that they can see themselves in. So, you know, most of the Red Cross shit is just old and white.
Yep.
Just straight up.
That's it.
Old and white. You know what I mean? And the cool thing is that they know that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're like, look, we know it's this. You know what I'm saying? So,
I was gonna say like the idea for somebody to be like, you know something, I know I don't know this.
Yeah.
Like, cause that'd be the hardest thing. Back to your point, Nas, is like, especially something that's traditionally just white.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It just is what it is.
For them to be like, man, I don't got this shit. Like, I'm like, nigga, I need to pass. Like, excuse me. Like, it's even like, this is what I'm trying to do, bro. Like, I got it. I need a pass. Like I need somebody to walk me through here. Like, hey, I'm about to come to the hood. Like, can you got me?
Who you gonna check in with?
Yeah, like you got me because I need help. Like I'm not. They gonna let me come through here. Right. You know what I mean? You ain't gonna be able to send fucking Bradley to the. And then you gonna be like, yo, man, that's your man. Like, you know what I mean? That's not gonna work.
Is that your man?
Yo, Will, that's your man. we about to get him. You know what I mean? Like so, but like man, so just the idea of somebody could, like I said, walk them through it, and somebody who's really for the culture. That'd be the other thing. Sometimes they choose the wrong side. You know what I mean? They might choose somebody, and I'd be like, bro, that's what you thought was going to talk to us?
Yeah, that ain't it.
And we see that all the time, especially with these presidential fucking ads.
Oh,
I'd be like, bro, who approved this?
Yeah, who said this was okay?
Like who did this? Like, yo, somebody freestyling about voting for Donald Trump on radio is not, bro.
Not it, bro.
What? This is what they told you will work on us?
We live in such a wild time, man.
Bro, I'll be trying not to be overly offended by some of the shit they put out there. I'll be like, there's no way you thought that was going to be for me.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, so just to see somebody going with somebody of the culture, you know what I mean? They'll be like, all right, well, I recognize, like, I don't necessarily know how to reach that demographic.
Right.
But I know you're tapped in.
And it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's cool.
1,000,000% understandable.
Cool. Like,
and because guess what? You're not supposed to be.
Right. How would you know?
Yeah,
you don't know. From it. You know
don't assume.
Don't be like, you know what y'all like? Sneakers.
Yeah.
I'm going to make some sneakers for y'all. Right. Like, that type of shit there is the shit I be looking at. I'll be like, oh, hold on, man.
Yeah.
Hold up, dog.
Like, fuck you, bro.
Yeah. Like, for real. Like, and matter of fact, who co-signed this?
And they put something stupid on there, like they down, like no cap on the shoes.
Yeah. Something wild.
Yeah. Is that a real thing?
You got that off.
Bro, just just anything that you think that the culture would like.
Right.
Some shit you heard in a rap song. I know what they like.
And a lot of it too, man,
chicken.
is that they wanna extract our commerce. They want to extract our money. They want to extract our business. You know what I'm saying? But they don't really want to fuck with us. You know what I'm saying?
They want our rhythm.
They want
not
the
our
money,
blues.
but they don't want the song. They don't want us. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you kind of can't get one without the other. You know what I mean? So, and it's so obvious sometimes. It's like, bro,
blatantly obvious. Bro.
Quick question.
Yeah, it just be obvious.
You said that they reached out to you, and to me, I think that's a huge flex because I mean you was popping
on the radar
for them to watch you, to see you. So my thing is, for people out there that's trying to trailblaze and make their way through, like, what's the way for them to be heard, to be seen? Like, how did you even make that possible?
I mean, I always say, focus on the work, man. Like, focus on the work, bro. Because like at the end of the day, that's what really speaks volume. You know what I'm saying? And I think in some ways, people try to put the promo and stuff like that in front of the work. Yeah. But at the end of the day, real recognize real. At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? So like, if you're a real person and you see something that's real, you're gonna be able to recognize that.
Yeah.
At the same time, if you're a real person and you see some bullshit, you're gonna be able to call it bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if you're not really dope at what you do, then go back to the lab and get dope at what you do.
Come on,
saying, because at the end of the day, that's what's gonna open.
So you're saying you can't just content spam everything. You gotta really get out here, shake hands, and create relationships.
Up to a certain point, you can fake it, because a lot of people are.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And hey, no, you do what you do. That's your hustle. Do what you do. But at a certain point, when you get to a certain level, it's gonna have to be real, bro. You know what I mean? And it's gonna have to be something that actually can be verified. Like they do background check.
What would you say made Red Cross reach out to you? Like, okay, I know why they came to see me about that.
We had a really good run with Netflix for about a year, where we were doing all of their multicultural publicity activations. So we did events for like Stranger Things. We did events for the Redeem Team out in New York. We partnered with CultureCon to do a launch for Intergalactic, which was a Kid Cudi,
I remember that
Kid Cudi animated film in New York. So we really made a pretty solid statement and body of work with that. So when you go back and check the resume, clearly we do what we do. You know what I mean? So like, but there's also like, it's just been consistent over the years, fam. Like, you can go check anything that I've had my name involved with, and it's solid, dog. Like, you know what I mean? It ain't no bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So it's just been a compilation of a body of work over time. Right. And I think that's what kind of like legitimized their outreach. You know what I'm saying? They were looking at a couple different people. And the crazy thing is that the person that reached out to me, he like, man, like, I found y'all, and was like, how did you find us? Because we asked him the same thing. He was like, don't worry about it. Just know you're on the radar. A lot of people are talking about y'all. I was like,
come on,
dude, whatever you doing, wear them same draws.
Talk shit. If it ain't broke, don't break it. You know what I mean? So like, but I just think it goes back to your craft, man. And I mean, I was fortunate to come up at a time where I got to see a lot of greatness. You know what I'm saying? The MJs, and I mean, you name it.
Well, as a culture cultivator, what would you say is your strongest point? Like, when you talk about coming to the table, what do you feel like your strongest? What do you bring to the table that you feel like is your strength?
Strategy. Yeah, I'm a strategic motherfucker. And I use that strategy to bring people together. I think that's really what it boils down to. I know how to connect the right dots and bring in the right people. I'm not even really a promoter. Like, I got maybe like 2K followers on Instagram. But it ain't really about me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have really minimized my sense of ego. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really need a whole lot of credit. I don't need niggas to be saying my name. You know what I mean? Just come to the party and have a good time. You know what I mean? So like, just connecting the dots and maintaining really good relationships.
Me and Will wild sportsy, so we put it. You're the point guard. Word. You facilitate. Word.
I'm more like, I want to see it happen. You know what I mean? Like, and whether that means everybody knows that I did it or not, I'm cool with sitting back at the end of the day, seeing everything work and count the money. I want to be near the bag. You know what I mean? Like, so like, as long as everything is smooth and everything is cool, whoever wants to be the showman, go ahead, bro. Like, if that's what makes you feel good, you got it. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, we know what's up. You know what I mean? So, so yeah, man, I think strategy and just really being able to bring people together. I think it's really.
Said I'm the locomotive, nigga. And have Jada put it. But hey, well, before we go too far, because you said something that I think a lot of creatives, and I know I went through a period of it as well. You said during the pandemic, you had a roadblock you know, our creativity block when it comes down to it. What would your advice be to other creators who go? Because we all go through it eventually, but that was like the depths of it. You know what I'm saying?
Wow, man! Like I had never been through anything like that before. Like I can always sit down and come up with a beat. You know what I mean? Like even if I didn't necessarily like it, I had something that I wanted to say or something that I wanted to do. So my advice would be to get out of your own way. You know what I mean? A lot of times we overthink shit so much that like you put blockers on yourself.
You talk yourself out of it.
You talk yourself out of it. You know what I mean? So I had to kind of break it down and go back to like the basics. I started like practicing piano. That's my instrument. You know what I'm saying? So I would just spend time on the keys. You know what I mean? Even if it wasn't necessarily like creating something, it was like just still being in the element of my craft. You know what I'm saying? And getting really comfortable there. And then go seek help. You know what I mean? Like for real, go seek help, bro. Like don't be so egotistical to where you're like, man, fuck this shit. I'm just gonna beat my head against the wall until like something comes out. You'll fucking kill yourself. You know what I mean? Like hopefully not, but shit happens.
No, you can.
Yeah, you can, like literally.
Not
you know what I mean?
physically,
So go seek help, man. And for me, it was like reaching out to my homies, you know what I mean, who are also creators and creatives and like just get input. And that's where I came across that book.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And once I found that book, you know, I started going through it's like creative therapy almost. You know what I mean? It tells you to like do like streams of consciousness where you just get up in the morning and you just write. You know what I mean? So like I had to unclog myself of a lot of just thoughts and worries and life and responsibilities and shit. I had to get a lot of that shit out so that I can actually create again. You know what I mean? And like I would sit down and I didn't realize it, but I was so worried about, you know, bills or money or whatever. Cause even for me at that time with the pandemic, I'm in the business of getting people together. And that shit evaporated, bro. So I'm like, fuck, okay.
You were here, you were in LA during that time?
I had just moved back to Atlanta.
Okay.
So I moved back to Atlanta 2019.
Okay.
And then obviously
2020
was August of 2019.
Yeah.
So
6 months later,
I'm thinking life was great. You know, it's like it's about to be on and popping and shit. Nah, like, you know what I mean? Life came and life was lifing, you know what I mean? So it was a whole like shock and kind of like trying to like get my feet back, you know what I mean? And like trying to figure out where do I stand in this new world that we living in now, you know what I mean? However long it lasted, at that point we didn't really know. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you know, lean on your homies, man. Lean on your friends, lean on your people, the people that love you. And find something to say. You know what I'm saying? Find something that feels real to you and find what your why is. You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you doing this? Like you really got to tap in with that because that's what's going to fuel you. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what's really going to give you something to say. It's like, why are you here? You know what I mean? And why do you want to do this? You know what I mean? If you can break it down to that, you can really identify with that shit. Then you'll tap in.
I feel that. I really do. And I'm gonna say this, and I know Court got another question because this is normally court time.
I do
in a good way. No, because it's like one of the buzzwords we use, especially here in Atlanta, is use your tribe. And I'm not saying calling it a buzzword as a negative thing, but it's just used a lot. You know, not as much as demure, but it's something.
I'm from, bro. Like, yo, this TikTok shit is
goddamn Bridgerton. But it's like I know what it looks like for me. You know what I mean? I had a lot of different areas where I felt like I was exceeding in one area, but there's other things where I'm like, yo, I didn't even know I needed this until I talked to other people who I looked at as peers. Because a lot of times, if you get, like you said, you get in a zone, you feel like you ahead of the curve. And I know you know what this is like, especially with producing and putting events together. It's like, man, if y'all could just catch up. But
I kind of hate that shit. It sucks sometimes.
It's a trap, bro. It's a trap, bro.
Yeah.
That's another story for another time.
I might start crying.
Because you can see it like a zenith, and it's just like, can y'all just? But the whole point of it is, I just wanted to reiterate what you were saying about finding people who can relate to what you're doing, but also truly support you in that place. Because a lot of people, you bring this stuff up to them, and all they're gonna do is talk about them.
Yeah.
Man, that's not what you need.
I was gonna ask that question.
See, I told you, Quincy. Because a lot of times people they just use us asking questions as a way to dump on us, especially as men, especially as men, individuals and people who have accomplished anything. They're like, well, I know I got his ear. Let me just tell him everything. And it's just like, this is not serving either one of us.
Right.
You know what I mean?
For sure, man. For sure.
I just want to say that. Go ahead, Court.
That's crazy. Hot potato. I was going to ask you, we talk about just the day-to-day as men upholding, our day-to-day responsibilities and showing up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I know you say you deal with people a lot and you organize a lot of things. So my question to you would be, how do you make time for yourself, and what are the things that you do to keep yourself charged up and to be able to show up?
Man, that's a great question, bro, because I had to learn how to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I really had to learn how to do that. And that's also why I'm hard to get in contact with these days. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, I've put priorities on, like, time for me.
I'm trying to tell you.
You know what I'm saying? Like, whether that's just jumping on the PS5 for a little bit, you know what I mean? Let my mind go for a second, because as a creator, there's always some shit running through my brain, bro. Like, I can't even sleep sometimes because I got too many ideas or too many things going through my brain. So, like, I got to find healthy ways to, like, allow my brain to rest. You know what I'm saying? So, like, now for me, you know what I mean, at this stage that I'm in, you know, I just got engaged a year and a half ago, you know what I'm saying?
Congratulations.
So, like, appreciate that. Spending time with my lady is important to me. And spending time with my family is important to me. And it helps to keep me grounded, you know what I'm saying? And putting priority on that time as well too. And I had to check myself, bro, because I'm like, go. And I had a conversation with my fiance at a certain point where I was like, yo, I had to get myself out of like survival mode.
Yeah, man.
As men, like, it's so ingrained in us, you know what I'm saying, to just do shit. You know what I mean?
That's what we feel valuable.
Yeah, that's how we prove ourselves. That's where we prove our value. You know what I mean? So, like, I'm just always out here trying to say I'm doing something or accomplishing something or making some progress in some other kind of area. You know what I mean? But at a certain point, I had to learn that, look, I'm out of that phase. Like, I did that. You know what I mean? Like, I've laid that foundation. Now it's about elevating. So if I want to elevate, I gotta function on this new level. And this new level requires different things of me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It requires me to be more focused. It requires me to be more settled, more established. You know, it's a different hustle.
You gotta have your fucks in order.
Yeah. But no, man, just slowing down and like putting intention behind, like, you know, this is my time to just kind of like chill, man, and like not really feel like I gotta always be doing something and not feel bad about it. Cause I used to feel guilty about that shit, man. Like, I'll be at home like chilling, like, man, I need to be doing something. You know what I mean? Like, whether that's working on a beat or like coming up with an idea or writing a proposal or doing something
constructive.
Just doing shit. You know what I'm saying? So, like, nah, bro, sit your ass down and chill. You know what I'm saying? Because I also learned that that's part of why I was burnt out and why I had producer's block.
Right.
I was burnt out.
Right.
Like, I didn't have anything else to say. Sometimes you got to take in order to be able to get out. You know,
have you shared that with your friends?
Yeah.
Like some people in particular? Because I know they go way too hard. They don't ever.
I mean, it's something that you got to get when you get it for yourself. You know what I'm saying? I could tell them all day. Okay. Because people told me all day, like, bro, you need to do this, you need to do that.
I learned the power of sitting still.
It's important, bro.
It's been a journey.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I know now, like, even when I have like a bunch of shit going on and I feel like it's about to get out of hand, I'd be like, I better go lay down. Go lay down. You feel me? Because it's like,
nothing wrong with that, dog.
I'm gonna figure it out, but I just need a minute to just, you know what I mean, digest and just get myself together and sitting still, like you say, like it brings a lot of answers.
And clarity.
Yeah, clarity. That's the word. Yeah, clarity. For sure.
Like, I'll sleep when I die, but bro, if you don't sleep, you will die early.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's cool, man. But everybody's at a different place in their journey. It's a time and place for everything. You know what I mean? Like, you might be on the grind right now, so you might have to go hard for a bit. You know what I mean? But I just know at a certain point, you gotta
have balance, man. It's gotta be balanced.
It's gotta be balanced.
It's gotta be balanced.
It's gotta be balanced, man.
You just reminded both of y'all just reminded me of something. And I don't even know how this brother passed away. Rest in peace, Beat King. I know we talked about it briefly before, but it's like when I saw that he passed, I'm like, yo, he's 39.
Yeah.
Like, in my mind, I know, because we saw the music output that he was doing. Like, that's what it makes me think of. And like I said, I don't know his backstory or his medical history or anything like that. But it's like, yo, the brother looked decently healthy. You know what I mean? But it's just like, was it the work thing or what? And there hasn't anything official be released, but it's just like, I know that brother was working because I got records from him every other week. Right. You know what I mean?
Right. At a certain point, man, you gotta be willing to switch gears. You know what I'm saying? And again, there's nothing wrong with that. Time and place for everything, but sometimes you just gotta switch gears, bro. You can't be on max all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Be unapologetic, man, about your time. You need that. It's pivotal. It's like, bro, I'm not gonna be able to show up and be the person you want me to be if you don't give me this time. So just relax.
Especially as men, you know what I mean? Like, again, we're so programmed to just you know, push through everything,
right?
Not compartmentalize shit and our feelings and all that kind of stuff. So it's like, nah, bro, you need to chill.
Yeah,
and it's all right. That's cool.
But let's switch to something a little bit lighter.
Yeah.
Just a little bit lighter. You can go ahead for a second. You know what I wanted to ask you? Did you see Rolling Stone? We talked about them last week. Top 50 Atlanta rappers of all time. Did you see that? What are your thoughts? I'm not even gonna ask you a direct question. Just
I mean, yeah.
Did y'all talk about this already?
Yeah. I mean, I've talked with some of the homies about it. Yeah, for sure. I had one of my homies who contributed to the Complex list of
Complex. I'm sorry, I said Rolling Stone.
Yeah, the Complex list.
Let me not flame the wrong platform.
Rap groups of all time.
Yeah,
which I think they got that close to right. But as far as like the Atlanta rappers of all time, I mean, I think the top 10, top 5, top 10 was close. I think it was in the right ballpark. Some of that shit could be kind of like interchanged.
Right. Yeah.
Now, like I saw Saha was at like 40 something.
Crazy.
And I was like, hold on, man. That's why I put some respect on my bro name, man. Like, people be underestimated. There's a lot of people on there that are underestimated. I put it like that. You know what I mean? Because Saha is a real wordsmith, bro.
Yeah.
Like, and I actually, at Stankonia, what was that?
The South?
I mean, yeah, but I mean,
like Jake is dead.
Ain't rest in peace.
Yeah. I got a little issue with Saha being so far down on the list. Like they had OJ the Juice Man
ahead of him
before Saha. I'm like, I mean, what y'all measuring, fam? Because like it can't be rapper
that's
quality.
Always,
you know what I'm saying? So
bro, that's always the thing with these lists.
But no, we looked it up briefly. It was partly record sales. It was actually rap skills. I think influence was in there somewhere.
Popularity.
Was popularity one of them?
I think it's under influence, right?
Yeah, I think so. And it's another category I'm forgetting, but I actually looked it up because I was like, yo, before we had this argument.
It was commercials.
Yeah, before we had this argument, I need to know what y'all are basing this off of.
Yeah, saying what's our qualifications criteria here?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
and who wrote this?
Who did this? Who did this? I think I got number one right. I mean, 3000 is always gonna be my favorite rapper, man. And like being able to work with him was like I feel like Kanye and with Jay-Z, bro.
See that's the part I always wonder when you in there because you know it's greatness. Like I know who I'm working with. Like I know. So you're sitting there like, all right, don't fucking fan out.
Yeah.
I can just hear myself having conversations.
I remember the first time I met Drake.
Chill out.
Like, I got into the whole thing as an intern. So I was interning with Purple Ribbon before it evolved into, they went their different ways or whatever. And I was at the office and this nigga Dre walks in a sailor outfit, a complete sailor Navy. This nigga had the hat on, sunglasses. He looked like he just got off a Navy boat.
Wait, what year is this?
This was probably yeah. Everything's such a blur to me, man. But it was probably around 06. It was a little later than that. Yeah. Wow. So 07. 06, 07, something like that.
So we're talking about after Idlewild?
Right after. So I got in right after. Matter of fact, I got in as Idlewild was being released.
Okay.
Wow. So I got in like right before Idlewild. Yeah. And I got to see that whole thing happen. I was actually in the video for Idlewild Blues.
Come on, man.
That's how I got my like first like exposure to like real Hollywood shit.
Yeah.
I flew out to LA with my boy Rick. And I'm interning, and they used to he saw my work ethic. You know what I mean? He was like, yo, there's something up with this kid. Like, he's always the first one here, last one to leave. I was always mindful of like the little things. I tell anybody, if you got an opportunity to intern, go do it, man. Because like it humbles you, but it also teaches you about every step of the game. At this point where I'm at now, you can't tell me shit, bro. I done did it all. I've had to sweep floors. I had to take trash out. I had to go get this nigga Big Boy's food from Spawn Divis when it was a thing. I had to remember his order, make sure I didn't fuck it up. You know what I mean? Like little shit like that. It actually matters. You know what I mean? In the bigger picture thing. But Rick put me to the side one day, like, yo, man, I'm about to do the casting for this Idlewild Blues video. And he's like, yo, I see you tight with this organization shit, like help me out with it. So we put up a little post on Facebook and we got like 10 chicks to come through. We casted them. We hustling our ass. We don't know what the fuck we doing. But we hustled our ass off of it. And Rick is Big Boy's first cousin. So he had a tight, trusting relationship with 3000 and all that. So they let us cast the video, man. They flew us out to LA. That was my first time going to LA. I was like, bro, I gotta be here. And this is a real place. I'm like, I gotta be here for sure. You know what I mean? But we did the video. I got like a little cameo in the video. Shit's wild. But working with them, man, it was like again, it felt surreal in a lot of different ways. Like I remember the first time I was in the studio with them, I'm like trying to get pictures and shit, like without nobody seeing. One person I get pictures.
That loud ass flip phone back then.
Look around like, I don't know who took the picture. Huh? Crazy somebody here tripping.
That wild click. I can hear you clicking, nigga.
Right, you know what I mean?
Clicking away.
Yeah, being able to be in the lab with them, man, like it was mind blowing, man. Like to be able to sit there and watch them work and like pick up all the little things that somebody on that level of greatness, they just drop jewels without even realizing that they're dropping jewels. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to scoop them all up.
That's right.
Let me get that. Let me get that. Let me pick this up. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that was a dope experience. But that's why 3000. Even if I didn't work with him, he still would be my number one rapper. Like,
yeah, I don't think anybody has a problem with number one.
Yeah. It's like the rest of the top 10. It's debatable in some way.
Like you still remember Big Boy Order?
You
still remember
Big Boy Order? Yeah, not really. Let me think about that. I know this nigga he liked fried lobster. He was eating big, man. He was eating like a boss. You know? It was like a random Tuesday. Go get me some fried lobster from goddamn Spondimus or some shit. You know what I mean?
On the way.
This is crazy. What do you know?
Huh?
You doing it on the car?
I would have lost all my shit.
McDonald's next door.
That's dope.
Nah, that was like the whole thing. Like, don't come back with the wrong shit. You know, like that'll get you. Like,
Yo, Big is serious, man. People don't understand.
Man, I think he's so under-respected.
Underrespected.
Yeah. Undervalued in a lot of different ways, man. Like, his commitment to just keep going is like to be respected, bro. Because like without Big, a lot of the Dungeon family legacy would have faded. You know what I mean? Because like generations have come and gone.
Calhoun, that project wouldn't have happened. I didn't want to cut you off, but I'm just thinking about it myself.
Yeah.
But because they had Big at number 6. I'm trying to pull up because I
still top 10.
Big Boy was at 8.
Big Boy, that's even worse.
So 1 through 10 is Dre, Future, Tip, Gucci, Jeezy, Thug, Ludacris, Big Boy, 2 Chainz, Lil Baby's 10.
So I got an issue with Ludacris being after Thug.
Yep.
Me personally.
Yep.
Put some respect on that light skinned man name.
As a rapper, but again, maybe I'm looking at different criteria. Maybe you know what I mean.
That's why I went by that. But go ahead, make your point.
I would flip Luda and Thug. Like I respect the Thug for sure. You know what I'm saying, but that nigga Luda's a motherfucking rapping ass.
Come on, man.
Like, that nigga got
listen.
Crazy bars,
don't get me started on how fucking they just.
I agree with that.
I think they hear the fun raps and confuse that with, because he's not talking about like the most extreme.
Right,
shot 8 niggas and move 7 keys. I think they missing the fact of how nice he is.
Now they say Thug is more like when they talk about Thug, they say he's like influenced like a lot of rappers. You know, like the rap like him, the image.
Yeah. In the last 5 years, though.
Yeah,
we talking about Luda. We talking about
2002. Where he gets his status.
No, I understand that, but it's got to be some kind of comparison.
Has Luda influenced?
Hell yeah! What are you talking about? Oh yeah. I ain't even talking.
So how would you look at that? Like when you look at Atlanta rappers, do you think Thug would be before?
I know a bit of history, so I would go with Luda over Thug.
Okay. Yeah.
And I would say too, a lot
from
of
radio all the way up,
and it goes back to my thing about having like different areas of hip hop. Right. Like Luda is at this point is a legacy act. Like he's what 20 years of being a relevant rapper.
Right.
Yep.
It's a long fucking time, bro. So if you're fucking 25. You're like, yeah, okay. The nigga from Fast and the Furious?
Exactly.
That's what you know him as. Like,
that's what
and I'm not mad at that. Yeah, I'm not mad at that. Like, that's what you know. Like, I got older cousin shit. Oh, Curtis Blow, I'm looking at you like, oh, okay.
Right.
Like that, you might be right. I don't know that. I don't know that to be true.
Legendary verses alone.
Bro.
I can
something else.
Yeah. That's like how people be like, man, LeBron over Jordan.
Oh boy!
Yeah, I said it.
Lord.
I said it.
You really pick LeBron over? Is that what you're saying?
No, I said that's how some people be like LeBron over Jordan.
Hey y'all,
I would never do that.
Some people. We'll leave it at that.
We're not going in.
We got Stephen A. and Terrell over here. Like we're not doing that. We normally save like 10 minutes at the end of the show.
Nah, you can't get me, bro. I know how this goes.
Yeah.
But okay,
I know what this is. I know what this is. I know that you can't.
I put it out there. I'm like, who will catch it? Who will catch it?
Hey, you want to spark a cover anytime? You do that right there.
It's gaslighting. You're gaslighting me. Stop.
That was a blatant gaslighting.
Don't do that, bro. All right, that's what you're doing.
You know the tough part, and the reason why I'm glad you brought up Big Boy. It wasn't just about his food orders, but I truly think he should be in the top 5.
I agree.
But the thing about it is, the top 8 is tough.
The top 10 is debatable.
Oh,
You can interchange all of them. I think all of them.
I'm not mad at nobody
10.
moving anybody around.
You can switch them up, but I think the top 10 is pretty solid. I think they did a good job.
Nobody in there. I'm like, get the hell out of here.
Right.
Yeah,
I think Big Boy.
What is it about that was Big Boy though? Like,
I was gonna say that.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that because I think as much as real rap fans, not just Outkast fans, real rap fans can recognize that Big has always been ahead of his time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you think about the project he did with Fantagram.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He was one of the first to do that. I remember taking my daughter to the Fox Theater to see him perform with the Atlanta Ballet Company.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
A while ago.
Like, yo, my daughter was like 5 at the time. She's 22 now.
Yeah.
He's always pushed the envelope. We talking about culture forward and culture cultivators.
Mm-hmm.
He has always done that.
Yeah.
So I saw me like, yo, y'all really got to understand. And let's get back into the bars that he had.
Yeah. And there was one point in my Outkast fandom where I considered Big Boy to be better than Dre.
I mean, it's not far reach.
And so my early on, so I'm living in New York, and they're starting to make their way up there, and I'm listening. I'm like, nah, the nigga with the crazy head thing on, it's not better than that. Like, he's not better than him. Like, I'm listening. Like, I'm listening to him. Like he's not better than him. Like, I'm sitting there arguing back off. Guys like, well, I don't even know why you listening to that. I was like, nah, the nigga's correct.
Right.
I was like, but that kid is better than him.
Yeah.
But and then over time, I feel like Dre to my mind, and this is not a knock on fucking Big Boy because he one of the legends, right? So I think Dre's style and his creativity is so on like a different planet than not just Big Boy. I just think hip hop in general. Like his mind is, I don't know. He out there. He on Mars. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, like, so I just think he's such that level of creative that it kind of seemed like he just kept moving forward. Like he just kept going. You know what I mean? And that's not a knock on Big Boy at all.
Yeah. Ray Murray broke it down to me one time. He was like, yo, so like with Dre has a delivery that's very like direct. You know what I'm saying? Like his flow is simple, not easy, but it's simple. You can repeat.
Yeah. We talking about Andre 3000?
Yeah. It's about the cadence.
He's easily digestible.
All right.
Yeah, like
Dr. Dre is not better than
my bad. I
would never.
Yeah,
I would never.
We either call them stacks or 3000.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right, my fault.
So like his delivery is
Andre.
very like easy to repeat.
Mm-hmm.
Big be having a lot of style to his flow.
Wordplay, punchlines,
yeah, like you might not necessarily be able to easily recite it, but it's if you really listen to what he's saying,
he's going crazy
on that shit. I think that's the same comparison with like a Jay-Z and a Nas. You know what I mean? Like when Jay got bars that like everybody can relate, everybody can repeat. You know what I mean? Nas be so high level sometimes that they might go over people's head, but that doesn't make it any less less dope. You know what I'm saying? It's just hip hop is it's a tricky art form, fam, because it's like about attention spans. There's like a science to all that shit. So like you can't go too in deep. You know what I mean? Well, I guess not pause. You can't go too far with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it might miss some people. You know what I mean? But like Dre has that flow that like you can hear it one time and completely get it.
And like I said, Dre is so like he does so much other shit. Like I could sing, I could make Hey Ya. That's not a like technically that's a hip hop record, but not so much. You know what I mean? Like I can make Hey Ya. Like I could sing. I could do all of these things. I could make the hook for Hollywood Divorce and be like, nigga, that shit is wild creative.
I can tell you the perspective from the outside in because I mean
I can sing total type,
because y'all understand hip hop. Y'all are inside the hip hop circle, so y'all know.
I'm not.
All right.
I'm just standing.
Go ahead.
I'm a fan.
Go ahead.
Y'all analyzing, y'all look at things a little different. Y'all cherish things a little bit differently. From the outside in, I think Big Boy don't get the recognition because it's like, I'm gonna ask you now, like, did Big Boy even have a solo career? I'm pretty sure he did.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you from the outside in, it doesn't. People look at Big Boy like Outkast. People look at Andre 3000 like Andre 3000 because I don't heard Andre 3000 on some features, on solo records, whatever. And listen, I just told Nazi everybody's not in the hip hop circle.
Yeah, but again, I think that a lot of that shit too is like I said, it's a generational thing. Like
it is.
I wouldn't expect like when I hear Cat like even your age. Oh no, I love Nas. I'll be like Illmatic came out in fucking the mid '90s, right? Like. I don't expect somebody to fucking know that shit. Like I said, earlier rappers like Curtis Blow, I'm like, yo, bro, I reckon I heard some of them old songs, but I ain't never put no whole Curtis Blow album and went from cover to cover. Like I've never done it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like Big Boy just get categorized into Outkast. He doesn't get his
It's just dude.
Yeah.
I mean, to an extent.
Yeah,
I think he's. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm gonna be
He's had his
quiet.
solo albums.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? He's had his solo records. But they just it was like on the tail end of like
Some
Outkast, like,
monumentous
like you got
diamond.
Outkast was so high up in the
Yeah.
sky, bro. Like it was like they were so big, and being from Atlanta, like they reached a level that nobody else will ever be able to get to ever again. You know what I mean? It's like they was at the top of Mount Olympus. You know what I'm saying? So like, and then it's kind of like that Jordan Pippen kind of dynamic where like, you know, Dre starts finding his lane, he starts owning that shit, and it's just really hard to stand next to somebody that is like that solid. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you're gonna kind of get overlooked sometimes.
Yeah, but like the fact that he on the top 10, I mean, like
They understand.
nobody
they know what's going on.
nobody thinks Big Boy's trash.
I'm
Right.
thinking
Trust me, they got the Braves Stadium every 2
That's not
weeks.
even a compliment.
They know.
No. I'm what I'm saying is I think sometimes you might see somebody on this list and be like, he don't fucking belong there.
Right.
I don't think anybody looked at this shit and said, Big Boy's not top 10. Now I've heard people say he should move up. I ain't heard nobody be like he shouldn't be on there.
Number 4. I'm putting Big Boy ahead of Gucci.
Bugging.
I give Gucci his props though, man. Gucci did a lot for the city.
Once again, I'm not trying to show ageism.
I put Jeezy.
You know you conscious bias though.
I put Jeezy ahead of
I'm
Gucci.
talking about
conscious bias.
Come on, you know I rap Jeezy is Jeezy country to you?
I ain't saying you ain't got the other side of you, but you conscious bias. Yeah,
I
you
may
brown
be,
sugar.
I may be lyric biased.
Incense and all that. You know how you
I may be bar heavy. You got
Nigga waving sage around.
But this is why the categories matter. That's all I'm saying. I would put them up there, but you know what?
I like it.
Because we're gonna say it forever. You haters. Talk to the people about which Outkast projects that you were involved in, so that they know you're not just he was just in the back chilling.
Yeah, so like I said, I joined the Outkast, family, let's say, right after Outer Wild. So I was a part of a lot of Big Boy solo projects. So the first record actually my first professional production placement was this record called Royal Flush, which had Andre 3000, Big Boy, and Raekwon from Wu-Tang. So that was the first record that I got placed, and that record got nominated for a Grammy, which was a wild ride to be like producing records at the crib to like, oh shit,
that's me.
It just got real. You know what I mean? Like, oh shit,
that's my name.
Niggas going to the Grammys. You know what I mean? So like, I did that record, and then after that, for Big Boy solo albums, me and my partner Rick, we did Be Still with Janelle Monáe on Big Boy's album, Sir
Lucius Left Foot.
Yeah, and then Vicious Lies and Dangerous Rumors, we were really heavily involved in that project, man. Like that was a big team effort from everybody who was like around at that time. So we did CPU with Big Boy and Phantogram. So we saw that whole
thing happen.
So that Phantogram thing was a result of that record.
Got it.
So that's how they got into, everything.
I love that damn album. I love that project. Let me put it that way.
It was so fun to be a part of that, man. It was a journey, man. Like that was a dope experience. So I did that record, and then we did Mama Told Me with Big Boy and Kelly Rowland. That is a whole fucking story with that record.
We got time.
Man, that was a situation story. Dang, fam, man. Like, I'll give you like the
Cliff Notes.
The Cliff Notes of it. Yeah. So that record started out with Big Boy and Little Dragon, actually.
Okay.
I don't know if y'all familiar with Little Dragon like that.
Yes. Shout out Little Dragon.
We were geeked, man, because Little Dragon is I think they're from Sweden, but they're like this electro funk kind of like alternative band. And we were so geeked about it because I believe her name is Yukimi. She's such a dope songstress, singer. She has a very unique voice, and I brought in this. I was working on this record at the crib, and I had this phase where like I would watch movies and then make beats. So that I was watching Purple Rain and got super inspired. I was at the crib actually when me and Brandon were roommates. So I'm in the lab. I pulled out this sample. I'm watching Purple Rain for like 2 days straight on some chiefing. Like I'm like in this whole bag. You know what I mean? So I set up the sample, laid the record, laid the drums down and everything like that. And I knew it was fire. You know what I'm saying? And then I brought it to the studio, and I was in the C room, and I was just playing a beat, and Big walked by. He's like, "Yo, what the fuck is that?" It's like shit. Yeah, I was like, it's just some new shit. You know what I mean? He's like, man, play that again, turn it up. So he listening to it, and Big got this thing of like, once he get it, like he own it. You know what I mean? Like he gonna write that shit like right then and there. Same thing happened with Royal Flush though. Like Rick was working on the beat, and Big Boy got this little like bungalow thing up top of Stankonia. So he was walking by the C room. And C room is like the entry level room. That's like where like the niggas are trying to get on, but it just so happened to be right by where Big Boy goes like to chill for the night. So we heard the record. He's like, man, pull that shit up. He wrote to it. Came back. We had Little Dragon on it. It was like set up to be like, this was during the blog era, so it was set up to be like a big ass record. You know what I mean? So they went out to South by Southwest to go debut the record, but before they did that, they didn't get the record cleared with Little Dragon's label. So, and at the time, I don't know how much tea I'm spilling right now, but like Little Dragon hadn't officially parted ways with their label, so they were going through like some label beef, kind of like politics shit. So as a flex on Little Dragon, when Big and them went to go debut the record, and that shit started to blow up, they was like, well, if you want Little Dragon, you gotta pay us, blah 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 blah. And Big was like, man, fuck that shit. You know what I mean? He was like,
no more Little Dragon.
Like, well, fuck it, we just won't do it. You know what I mean? So I'm like, but bro, like let's think about this for a second though. You know what I mean? Like I feel you, but nah, fam. Like, but like people already heard it. You know what I mean? And people already are anticipating it, and it became like a thing.
Right.
So like at the last minute, I was in LA with Rick, and we were like starting to set up all of our promo. We shooting videos like for ourselves. Like this is our shot. And then we get a call, and he was like, man, yeah, they just changed the record. I'm like, the fuck you mean they changed the record? And they're like, yeah, we put Kelly Rowland on it. And I was like, I mean, okay, but hold on.
Like I know who she is, but that doesn't match with the
that makes sense though. Like, but like, does that really work for the record? Like, I get that it's a name, but like, bro, you rich, man. Why don't you just pay these people? You know what I mean? Like you got the money. You know what I'm saying? But it became more of like a
fuck them.
It came out like it boiled down to principle at that point. You know what I mean? So like, they took Little Dragon off, put Kelly Rowland on there. And long story short, they put the record out, and everybody's like, but what happened to Little Dragon? You know what I'm saying? So it kind of like fucked up the trajectory of the song. That's just some inside scoop shit. At the end of the day, it got placed, and I got a record with Kelly Rowland, so that was cool. Again, the producer and me was pissed the fuck off. Man.
So wait. Pivot for just 1 second, because you a little while ago you said you record a song, get in the studio with the artist, and then you'll go home, and you'll change the whole beat.
That's where I'm at now.
Okay.
At that time, I'm a little homie. You better be glad I'm even listening to this shit. So like, I kind of had to get in where I fit in. It felt so much like being Kanye and it was that Big Brother record. You know, what I mean? It was like, yo, what the fuck am I supposed to tell Big Boy? You know what I mean? Like I didn't have enough confidence at that point as a producer to be like, nah, man, like fuck what you talking about, bro. Like we need to do this shit. Because at that time I didn't know my position as a producer. You know what I mean? Like so that was a learning lesson for me. You know what I mean? It was a somewhat of an L, but it taught me a lot. You know what I mean? Like you got to really speak up and protect your creative idea. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, you got this gut feeling about like what's gonna work and what's not gonna work. You know it goes against your gut. You gotta say something, man. It's like you feel that for a reason, and we all felt it. We was like, man, like I feel you, Big, but you kind of tripping, dog. Like we should do this. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, again, it's his record. You know what I mean? So like, and again, with me being a little homie, and this is Big Boy, right? I'm like, fuck, man, I want to tell this nigga, but I don't quite know how to say this shit. And like, without saying
Mr. Boy.
Can we have a conversation? Like, I don't fucking know how to do this shit. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to tell him without like disrespecting or like trying to like tiptoe around it. While shit's been like,
this is cool, but that Little Dragon one was.
I'm like, but you don't think you want to keep Little Dragon on there? I'm trying to like make it feel like it's his idea or some shit. You know what I mean? I'm like, but that shit didn't work. Flop the guy. That was an L like a motherfucker. But I learned. I was like, all right. So next time I'm ever in that situation, I'm gonna stand up and be like, nah, bro, I feel you, but you gotta trust me, fam. Like this ain't it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So where I'm at now, like I take a lot of creative control. You know what I mean? Like when it's a gut feeling,
right?
When it's a gut thing, like I gotta trust my gut. You know what I'm saying? So
that's fine.
So yeah, and then so that was CPU. Mama Told Me, Be Still, Royal Flush. I feel like there's another one. I think those are the 4 records that were singles. We did a bunch of other records with like different artists and stuff like that. Like I got a record with Killer Mike. that we did for Stankonia Sessions. I had some records with Knife Wonder that we did with Rhapsody before she really popped off.
Really?
Yeah.
Where those files at?
It's on the hard drive, the one that Brandon be talking about.
Gave it to me? All right, well, let's not snitch, but yes. Let's talk about that later.
Yeah. We did a record with
But the headphones, do that. Do that.
Let me hear it for real.
Let's put it outside. For real.
Last time I joined the team like on the tail end of like Outer Wild, so I kind of caught the as the plane was landing. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't like it was on takeoff mode. Yeah. I wish I would have got in on speaker box.
Come on,
bro. What a time! Yeah, what a time! You know what I mean? But I'm thankful and grateful for the experience, for everything that I gained, everything that I learned. Man, it was a dope run. Sure.
I was proud of Brandon. I just coming up over here, but
I just want to say real quick. I'm gonna put this on blast. I need you as my brother of 35 years.
Yeah, you should have seen it a long time.
Put it out there.
My homie from way back or something. You know what I mean?
As family of 35 years, I just
just say it again, man.
To please, just please. I need you to put that Yellow Wolf record out. I'm just saying.
I do got Yellow Wolf.
Individual or
yeah, it's just him. Yeah. That was another. All these records are like the process of getting a record placed on that level is always a story. It's always a story.
Wait, okay, so just not just, but to talk about what Brandon's like where's Yellow Wolf at right now?
I don't know, man. I think he
because I know he's touring. Yeah. But I mean, when I say where's he at as far as like, is he signed? I don't know if he's independent. I don't know.
I'm not sure, man.
Okay.
I'm not sure. Yeah. But I mean,
so if you put it out, you won't really get in trouble.
Right.
Okay.
Good. You know what I mean? I don't know.
It wouldn't be me.
You throw away, nigga.
Yeah. I would never do that.
Look at Network K, ready to get you.
What's so good?
I mean, this is family.
No, I'm proud of you because
he talk
waiting this long. So go ahead.
he know it because he hears this all the time. I mean, I've known this man since he first started, since before he started.
Oh, there you go. He getting better now.
Producing.
35 years.
And then all of that. So with that being said, I mean, one of the things I would say in meeting or not meeting, but when he first played me, he came over. I never forget. He came by the house, and this is before we had a high school.
Hurry up, Network. Into it. Go to talk shit.
Came by the house, gave me or didn't give me his first CD, but he played his first music CD. And I had to tell you, I was not feeling that joint. I was not feeling whatever it was. I don't know if it was a beat CD or some artist that you was producing, but either way, it was like, this ain't it.
So it's 30 years ago. So we talking about.
This was high school. This is high school. This
98.
This is like 11th or 12th grade. I feel like
he was just getting 2000 starting.
Okay. Yeah, he was just starting. So I mean, but
come on now.
Even though it was a thing for him, for real, he just like he played it, and I'm like, okay. I can't even remember how I felt about it. But
put that Tekken on. You play
what I said. I can't remember what I said.
Someone came over here.
But then fast forward just a few years later, and that nigga's been dope ever since. Like
evolution.
No, and of course it's gotten better with time. But yeah, it was absolutely crazy. So all of that being said, this nigga has thousands of like solid bangers.
Yeah. So I got a brand new question out of you here. So what's the type? So the first one you heard, you was like, this shit ain't it. So tell me by the time you heard it, you be like, yo, that's you.
So fast forward.
Come on.
Yo, so fast. I like that. I like fast forward. That was 04. So we're in college at this point. And
y'all went to the same school too?
Man, we middle school to high school.
Okay.
Middle school to high school.
Okay.
And technically college.
Oh, but you were seeing Atlanta?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, go ahead.
Yeah. So
what was it?
Georgia State.
Oh, Georgia State. Okay, my fault.
Black people don't. No, I'm playing.
No.
Chill.
Side note, back then when we was there, black people didn't really go to Georgia State like that.
Right.
No, Georgia State didn't come at HBCU to like 2012.
No. Take that back.
Correct me.
02. When we was there, it was honorable mention HBCU. It was absolutely that.
Said it was dark. It was dusk.
Yeah. Oh yes. Oh, absolutely.
It was getting
But go
dark.
ahead. Yeah, okay. Answer the question. I'm sorry.
But the answer to your question, it was definitely 04. There's funny enough, I came over there to his. By then him and his mom had moved.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And they basically moved like right across the one subdivision over from mine now, so we're closer.
Oh, let's go high school too.
We went to the same high school.
Damn, that's crazy.
It's funny. Actually, now I think about it, it's like when we first met, we was like 5-10 minutes from each other.
Okay.
Yeah. It was neighborhood shit. We I didn't realize it till then, but yeah, we was like 10 minutes from each other then, less than at that time. Then grow up to middle school and high school, we was like, okay, we about 15 minutes from each other. And then when college happens, his mom moves like literally in the subdivision across the street from my parents.
God,
you know what I'm saying?
crazy.
So yeah, we've always kind of
alignment, man. That 5 and guys, them Angels numbers, man.
Yeah.
So let me ask
Well, let me get the answer.
You mean, sorry, I'm sorry.
My bad. So 04, I go and he's at his mom's crib going to Clayton State. Hadn't quite came over to Georgia State just yet.
Mm-hmm.
I'm taking a break from Georgia State. I'm taking a semester off, and I come over to the house. And he's like, yeah, we got I got my first label or whatever, and I got these artists that I'm working with in XYZ, and some of them, all of them, we went to high school with. Yeah,
that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, right? So all of them went to high school with.
Use what you got.
That's right.
Let's go. And I don't really know these folks in that capacity like that. So he playing the stuff, and I can't even remember which one it was, but I know I have it. Mm-hmm. It's on my Apple Music and iTunes or whatever. Because every now and then I'll go back to the shit, and I'm sitting here like.
Damn, this shit hard.
Wait a minute. This some radio ready shit. Yeah. Wait a minute. Hold up. Right. This is way different than when I saw when he played that CD he played from me.
Yeah,
that's fire.
I've been honestly like, of course this is fam, but I've been a fan ever since in that sense. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I put him up against, hands down, I put my money on this nigga that he can sit here and hang with and do more than hang. All of them. Impress a Timbaland, a Pharrell, a Kanye, a Just Blaze, and any other rest of them.
Come on.
Appreciate that, man.
Let's do it, man.
I mean, but he's had that conversation with Tim too.
Yeah.
Hey man, the fact that Big Boy go by room and be like, what the fuck is that? And you gotta think, because at that point he's Big Boy. Like he's not just like the unknown. Like I ain't quite blow up yet. No, he's fully Big Boy at that point.
Legit.
You know what I mean? Like so, I've heard 8 million beats from like $1 million producers. Like so, when I'm walking past your shit, I'm like, what the fuck is that? Yeah. Shit, hold on. Who did that? You know what I mean? Like that in itself says something. Like I said, like. That's why I said, like, when you be around legends, because that's the thing when you're already around them, when they're already that. Yeah. It's different coming up. Like, early on, if I'm just meeting fucking Lil Baby and we both in the fucking 9th grade, then, okay, nigga, you lucky that you got somebody that can make a beat for you. You know what I mean? Like,
Dominique, not Lil Baby.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So, like, when Big Boy passed, like, all of this shit that's going on, he's already here. Yeah. And he walked by and be like, that shit hard. Like, who? That's you? You made that? Run it back. Let me hear that.
Tell you that moment for me, man. It was like I was working on this project with my bro Spree Wilson called Life and Technicolor. Yeah,
that's the homie right there.
That's my bro, man. We was working on this project called Life and Technicolor, and we were doing this. I did this record called.
I got excited. My bad. My bad. That's good people. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
We did this record called Spaceships. And I was at the crib and I made a bridge. So I'm big on putting bridges into records and songs.
Bring it back.
I think thank
Jesus Christ.
Thank you. Somebody got it. Yeah. What happened to bridges, man? I put this bridge in there and like I spent like that was one of those bridges I took like a day or two. You know what I mean? Like all day to try to like construct the chords, and I actually got put onto a really dope musician by the name of Mo Love? No Pleasure. And he was like, yo, the best way to do a bridge is to just, whatever chord, phrase that you're working with, just go outside of that and just pick a chord and find your way back. If you can do that, you'll have a dope bridge. I was like, all right. So I took that as I was working on the record. I was like, all right, cool. I'm in like C minor or something like that. Let me just pick a chord and see if I can find my way back. And I fucking figured it out. And then I went to the studio and I played it for Ray Murray, who was 1/3 of Organized Noise. And after it got done with the bridge, he was like, "Man, what the fuck?" I was like, "What happened?" He's like, "No." Like, bro, did you do that shit? He was like, "Yo, that shit." He's like, "Yo, you gotta play that shit again, man." He was like, "That shit was crazy." That moment for me as a producer was like, I think I might have just made it.
Yeah.
You were on the way. I think I'm here. You know what I mean? I think I have arrived. You know what I'm saying? So like that was like one of the most meaningful like moments for me as like a producer coming up, and always, you know, you got to deal with self doubt and like, damn, is this shit really good? Am I bugging? Like, but he was like, "Nah, bro, that shit was crazy." I was
Would
like,
you consider that more validation or verification?
Validation for sure.
Okay.
For sure,
I like
for
that.
sure.
Nah,
That's good.
that was good. That was good.
Told him everything I know.
Thank you. Appreciate
Light work. That was definitely validation. You know what I'm saying? Because I knew that I had developed my talent. You know what I'm saying? I knew I could produce.
Yeah.
So you can't tell me I couldn't. You know what I mean? But like, am I on that level? You know what I mean? Am I there? Am I in the professional realm of production at this point? You know what I mean? And to have somebody like that who, like you said, has made
Classic on
tens
classic
of
on
tens,
classic.
like,
Classic. Yeah.
like I grew up off of this shit. You know what I mean? Like part of who I am is based off of some of the records that this guy had a hand in. You know what I mean? And for his ear to be able to acknowledge that and point that out and give me that little stamp.
Yeah.
After that, nigga, I was like,
I can't be stopped.
Like,
That wasn't little, bro. Like that's
Like what?
can't really tell
Because
me
I
shit
think
at this
that
point, bro.
that
Like Kyrie give you a handshake in the gym.
like,
Like, you
nah, he
like,
can hoop.
Yeah.
It's over. Yeah.
They're like, they're like Kyrie saying, "Man, your handles is really good." I'm like, "Oh shit, it's over. It's
He's gonna be like, what?
right,
Yeah.
right."
You ain't gonna know how to, bro.
You
It's
not gonna know
over,
what to
nigga.
do.
You go into the court the next day, and then y'all niggas is trash. You know what Kyrie said about your boy? What you talking about?
You crossing up the towel, nigga, man.
you go out there have 20 turnovers. You trash.
Right.
Ask Kyrie. Kyrie about me. Fuck out of here.
Right, bro.
No. You're good. So I'm trying to, because we actually had a couple other topics to talk
Great
about.
mixed oils.
Yeah, we did. But no, this is better than everything
bro,
we had planned.
Right.
Because we really did. Because I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to.
None of that shit, bro.
You don't want to cover none of that?
None of it. I really just want to go back and, if anything, I really just want to go back and talk about the event, what you got planned. Like, I really just like, before we get out of here. Oh,
October 19th?
Yeah. Good.
So even with what you're saying, because for you know, again for y'all, me and him were roommates also
40 years.
for a time.
For 40 years.
Got the best friendship in the world, right? You crazy.
Here's what it is. We
40 years, right? That's
stupid.
They gonna say y'all went to daycare together. Oh, all right, now you just making shit up.
same hospital.
Father's the
Right.
Could be on floor like this.
We at that age now. Gotta lie about shit. It's hilarious. So, I mean, so with that, I got to see a lot of this, man. Like, you know, I really did get to see him come into his own, all the, you know, from the start till you know when it is to even to where it is now, right? So, from a musical standpoint, I had a front row seat to be able to like witness all these stories. The stories that you get, that you know, the stories that you're giving you is like I was literally there for that shit. So, you know, the one thing that I didn't know is like that, you know, because you asked that good question of, you know, when did you feel that was, you know, did you got that verification you just knew? And to me, I'm like, I'm kind of shocked because it's like you was already like several placements in. You was like you was already that dude. You already had the relationship, the head nod from everybody.
What's this?
It's something about one of your heroes acknowledging and saying that they see you. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a different feeling. You know what I mean? It's hard to explain unless you've been there or have had that. You know what I mean? Especially in a field where you're super fucking passionate about this shit. You know what I mean? Like, you know, man, like I would spend my all day, every day, forever making music, bro. Like I would rather do that than anything else in my life. You know what I mean? So like having somebody that I admire and respect and appreciate so much, you know, acknowledging that they see me and they see my talent, and then for them to be blown away by it. it's a different thing, man. It's like it's hard to explain. It's hard to like put a real like value or like a how to quantify that. You know what I mean? It's just something you got to be there in order to feel it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's something that you earn. Not everybody gets to be in that room. You know what I mean? Like I was the only one there. It was just me and Ray Murray. You know what I mean? It's not like I was at like some producer B club.
Yeah.
And it was like I was like, I earned the right to be in the A room, to have that amount of trust with the people at Stankonia, you know what I mean, over interning and the records that I got placed and, you know, getting that respect and being able to have that time and space to be one-on-one with somebody who people don't normally get one-on-one time with, and being in that room and
being able to play your shit.
Play my shit. You know what I mean? And he'd be like, bro, that was fucking amazing. You know what I mean? It was like, wow. You know what I mean? So
let me give an outsider's perspective, because the time frame you're talking about, like Stankonia now is open. No, don't go away. Stankonia now is like every Monday they do coalition DJs, right?
Yeah.
Open to the public. The time that you're talking about, Stankonia was still a hidden address.
Yes, you did.
You did not know where it was. Because I remember the first time I walked in Stankonia, it wasn't back then. It was like maybe 2010 or 11. And I walked in and I was like, don't touch nothing. Don't touch shit.
Right.
Don't move around.
It feels like you're walking into like a hip hop museum, like Atlanta museum of like just like culture. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was definitely like from the outside looking in, Stankonia you would not have any clue.
What took place in there?
Yeah, you have no clue, bro. But when you walk in there, you be like, oh shit, like this is it feels different. You know what I mean? I got that same feeling when I was living in New York and I spent some time at Electric Lady Studio, which is Jimi Hendrix spot. That was the most powerful fucking studio vibe I have ever been in, dog. Like that shit was crazy. Yeah. You walk in them doors and like this is where Stevie Wonder has his piano was in there. I got to play on that shit.
Fucking walls are talking, bro.
Bro, I mean, you got like Stevie, you got Jimmy, you got like all kind of like the top of the Prince, like
a lot of lines have been written in there.
Yeah, man.
A lot of been snipped too.
Yeah, and the energy in that place was like so. Wait, hold on, I missed what you said.
That was I'm talking about.
That's not gonna
Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. Yeah, it was Electric Lady Studio was definitely like one of the most powerful like musical auras I've ever sat in. It was like
that's crazy.
It was like crazy, dog. Like you just wanted to make shit. Like there was no such thing as block nothing.
Yeah, I know I'm gonna get some shit off in here. Like
like anything sounded good in there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you threw his note cards.
Fuck this shit.
I love you, nigga.
That's what I was gonna say. And that's why I want you to go back, but I'll save it. I'll save it.
He got a who you miss? Name Electric Lady.
Oh, Prince.
By what, a little bit?
Wow.
Taxi Ride?
It's a whole nother story.
Had a disappointment in your forehead.
Yeah, man. Like I was at Electric Lady and I got this really dope opportunity to assistant engineer for this engineer by the name of Tom Elmhurst. And he's the engineer who did Adele Rolling in the Deep.
I recognize that name.
Yeah, like big, the biggest records on the planet kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? He had just finished doing, he's in the process of doing Beck's album that won album of the year that year. I got a chance to sit in on those sessions and stuff like that. But, you know, when I had just moved to New York trying to figure shit out, and that's a whole nother story. But I was in between having to work, but also trying to get my foot in at the studio. And I was in this fucking split decision moment where the dude at the studio manager for Electric Lady called me. He's like, "Hey man, what are you up to?" I was like, "I'm at work." You know what I mean? And I was a manager at the time, so I couldn't really just like say, if I said fuck it, I was gonna say fuck it. Like, it was over. Like I was gonna have to quit. You know what I mean? Like if I burn the shit down, like, it's over. You know what I mean? He's like, "Yo, what you up to?" Like I'm at work right now. He's like, "Well, can you get here?" I was like, "I could try." I was like, let me see if I can figure it out. He's like, "You know what? Don't worry. I got an artist coming in that I really need somebody here for to help engineer this shit. I can't tell you who it is, but I know when anybody says I can't tell you who it is, it's like you need to stop whatever the fuck you're doing and try to get here for this shit." So I'm like, I'm trying to figure it out, but couldn't nobody cover for me. Long story short, it was fucking Prince, bro. And the next day he like, "Man, I couldn't tell you because he like super private and secret shit." He like, "But Prince just called me and wanted to come through for a session, and I needed an engineer. I was like, God, bro, I wish you would have told me that. I would have said, fuck,
I wish you would have kept that to yourself.
Or just don't even tell me.
Yeah. Oh, it's nobody.
You have a sound effect for that. Like, I'm over here.
Bro. I got one.
Hey, let me tell you something. I ain't gonna lie, I would tell that story to everybody still. Every day I go to like, yeah, you know, I was supposed to meet up with Prince. All right. Fell asleep on that nigga.
Yeah, man. That was like, I'm like, fuck, man. I missed that.
You took I had another question. Like, what's your biggest opportunity you feel like you missed out on?
What you coming up with?
Because just getting into those circles, right?
Yeah.
What is that like? Because I understand you making moves and people are talking about you. They recognize your work and things like that.
Yeah.
Going from here to you're my first, you know what I'm saying? Like,
you gotta really earn it, man. Yeah.
Like if you're 25, 26, trying to figure this shit out. Because one thing about, excuse me, his generation and my daughter's generation, they have a lot of doubt. They have a lot of imposter syndrome. And I talk to them about that shit all the time. And we kind of did too. Well, I'm older than you. We kind of did too, but we didn't have a name for it.
Right.
They have a name. They have a paralysis.
They got help.
Listen, they got medications.
They be talking about it and shit.
They got a day for it.
Man up. Man up, nigga.
Yeah, they got
Man
whole
up, nigga.
sections about this shit.
Tuck your skirt in, little nigga. You scared?
Right.
So what
tough,
would
right?
you, what,
Bro, all that bullshit, man. Listen, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're right though. But what would you tell them if they could hear you right now at that age group and thinking from that mindset?
Damn, that's a good one, bro. I mean, it's more about like you gotta trust yourself at the end of the day. You know what I mean? And there's another book I read a lot. It's called Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway.
Yep.
I think that's the key to it, is to be able to understand that you're gonna be scared, you're gonna feel doubt, you're gonna feel unsure, you're gonna feel all of that shit. You gotta be able to feel that and still do it, and still like compartmentalize that feeling, and more so find a way to reverse it and use it as fuel somehow. But you're gonna feel it. You're gonna feel nervous. You're gonna feel like unsure. That's normal. You know what I mean? Especially for something that you really care about and something that you're really passionate about. That's normal. So you got to learn how to accept that. You got to learn how to accept that feeling and still boss up and still show up. You know what I mean? Regardless of how you feel about that. So you got to learn how to manage that feeling, because it's gonna come, and it never is not there.
Ever.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's never not there. You know what I mean? So like, you just gotta have to learn how to work with it. But at the end of the day, it goes back to really spending time with your craft. When you know you done been in the lab and you done did this, and you know that you have validated yourself to a certain extent. Like, I know I'm supposed to be here at the end of the day because I'm here. If I wasn't supposed to be here, I wouldn't be here. You know what I mean? So it's like the fact that you even there in the first place, you got to be able to acknowledge that. Yeah. But again, feel the fear, and you still got to do it anyway, bro, because like it's not going to ever go away. It's never going to go away.
Jeron, I would say, man, but you said it a couple of times here, like the work that you had put in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the shit I think people are missing. Everybody want that opportunity, but like that shit might have came already. You wasn't ready.
Right.
You wasn't ready.
Right.
Like, so when those opportunities roll around, like they're not planned. You don't know when it's gonna happen. You don't know if that motherfucker gonna happen. All. But the work and the work that has been put in and the ground that has been laid, I'm so ready. So when that shit pop up,
cash.
Nigga, swing it. Right. Nigga, this is my shot.
Right.
I don't even want nobody that was shooting this. I got this one.
Yeah. So hear me talking about yourself.
Oh, no, I ain't never make no shots. Definitely him. You know what I mean? Like, but, and I think that's the shit we be missing. We be missing that work part of these stories, man.
Yeah, people want to skip past that.
You be missing the work part of these stories, man. You missed the nigga.
10,000 hours, man.
Bro, you done missed these weeks straight that I done fucking sat in this room and did nothing but do this.
Yes. Yeah.
Hey, you trying to go? Nah, nigga, I'm doing something. Y'all be safe.
But you gotta, I think, you know, not to try to like summarize the generation, because everybody's different.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, but
we had some losers in our time too.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. But I think like with everything, with the advance of internet, everything is so connected. Everything moves so quick now. You know what I mean? Like everything, like something comes out and in 2 days is old. You know what I mean? So weird. So the way that our minds are programmed now is just so much at a rapid pace. So I think that people want the end goal without the work that takes to get to that. You know what I mean? It's not just an accident. I think, I forgot who said this, but you don't win a championship on accident. You don't win a gold medal on accident. You don't just fuck around and win a championship.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you could be on the bench, but some nigga out there is putting in the work to get the accolade. You know what I'm saying? So the same thing applies when it comes to your hustle, your grind, your passion, whatever it may be. Like at a certain point, that's what I said earlier, it's gotta be real.
Yeah.
It can't be some fugazi. I can do this on the internet, but when it come down to nigga, I'm gonna put you in the studio with a keyboard and an artist. What are you gonna do? You know what I mean? Like, and there's nothing else around. Can you come out with something that's gonna be actually solid? And the way you do that is by doing it so many times that when you get that moment and you on that stage and all the lights are on, everybody's looking at you.
I'm ready.
And the pressure is fucking real. And either you're gonna sink or swim. That work ethic is what's gonna be able to get you through that fear, that doubt, that uncertainty. That's what's gonna help you to be able to keep a cool head and be like, look, let me show up here. That moment for me was I was in the studio with Knife Wonder. I'll never forget that.
Come on, man. Come on with it, bro.
That's story time.
And Knife Wonder is a machine, bro. Like we was doing Stankonia sessions at Stankonia. And we created this project where for A3C we brought, you know, any rapper that was there, we told them to come out of the studio and we recorded the EP in like
I remember this.
Yeah, I think that's around the time that we had first started. I mean,
I remember this.
So long story short, we linked it up where Knife Wonder came by, and this nigga Knife Wonder so bossed up, man. He had somebody bring him. This nigga just appeared with vinyl records. This nigga come from? Knife brought his MP3, excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
And some dude just showed up with a bunch of records, and Knife is going through and chopping this shit up, and I'm like, all right, let me. Okay, this is that moment. We are here now. Yeah. All right. So like, and then it was like, all right, so what y'all gonna do? I was like, okay, cool. So, but again, I have been through this enough times where I was like, let me just embrace this moment, have a good time, and we fucked around and came up with a dope ass record. You know what I mean? And we was like, we sampled something. He chopped up the sample. He passed me the sample. I added some keys. My boy, Marcus Hart. Is that what he's going about it? Mark Real. He put some little, you know, some vibes on it. At the end of the day, we did it. You know what I mean? We came with the record. You know what I mean? But that again, that's in the lab with one of my heroes. And it's like, all right. So again, when you get in them rooms, man, and shit get real. It's like only people who really gonna be able to show up at that time is people who really do it. You gotta really do this shit, bro.
Like I know we've all heard it before, but like people, they always was luck. You was lucky to be in. No.
I earned it.
It's not luck.
Yeah.
When what is it? When
opportunity
preparation meets opportunity, that's when luck happens.
Yeah.
Like so, it wasn't by mistake.
Right.
Like, I ain't tripping. Like I ain't walk outside and find a lottery ticket. That's not how it went.
Right.
Like I was doing what I was doing, bro. Putting in work, and like I was ready for this opportunity.
Yeah.
Like that's if that's what you want to call luck.
Yeah.
And you can call it that, but that's not what happened.
Nah.
You know what I mean? And that's just such a dope. It's just a dope lesson for anybody in any walk of life, and whatever your passion is. Like, man, do it for real.
Do it for real, man. If you really love it, bro, like why not? Why not do it for real? You know what I'm saying? Why try to find shortcuts? What is that going to serve you at the end of the day? You know what I mean? Like, how is that really going to put you where you really want to be? Right. At some point, you're gonna run into a real nigga.
Yeah.
You're gonna run into somebody
who really do it,
shit, and then you're gonna be like,
they're gonna be able to tell.
Yeah, like I wasn't really ready for this. You know what I mean? And you don't want that. You don't want that kind of embarrassment like that. That will kill a nigga dream.
That might hurt. Because that's the thing. That might have been that one shot.
That's what I'm saying. You feel like in your industry, like you get that like first impression is everything, right?
Yeah, man. And you don't get
might be the only impression.
Yeah.
You don't get those. That shit ain't normal, bro. Like that shit's not like I've had a extraordinary journey. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not normal to just fuck around and be in the studio with Outkast and get placements. Like the first record I got was a Grammy nominated record. Who the fuck
does that?
That's not normal, man. Like it's not. That doesn't happen to like everybody. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when you got to recognize the moment. You know what I mean? And like, all right, cool. If this is what's happening in real life, then okay, cool. This is where I'm at. You know what I mean? And I have to accept the reality that I'm in right now and adjust accordingly. You know what I mean? Or you can fuck around and fuck it up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But again, when you put in so much work, man, I'm not going backwards, bro. Like I'm not gonna fumble this. You know what I'm saying? It means too much to me. It matters too much.
How much do you think about the future?
I had to stop thinking about the future so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had to correct myself to be more present. I was such a future focused person that I was missing like what's here right now. You know what I mean? It was fucking up a lot of my relationships.
Yep.
It was fucking up a lot of like my me not putting stuff out. You know what I mean? Like, cause I'm like, man, I know I'm dope and I got all these records and like I'm just gonna wait until like
I'll get to it.
I'll get to it. You know, but like the pandemic taught me like fuck that. Like life can change drastically at any moment, and at the end of the day, we don't really have control over as much as we think we have control over. You know what I'm saying? So like, what's better than now? When it comes to like being a creator, like there's no better time than the present. You know what I'm saying? So I had to get out of being so future focused.
Yeah.
And that it would fuck me up sometimes because like the projects that I would do, I'll be too early.
Yeah.
Too early. Like with Life in Technicolor. Nigga. Like bro, we was 6 years early on that. 10 years early on that. Like everything we did with that project, from the new Atlanta shit to doing, you know, bringing back Atlanta bass music to like really wanting to uplift and pay homage to like the Freaknik era.
Yeah.
It was 10 years early.
Ahead of that.
Way early.
Yeah.
And like that shit sounds cool, but fuck that. I want to be on time.
Yeah.
I want to be right where I need to be when I need to be there, because that's when it actually works. You know what I'm saying? When it's too early or you too late, it just don't really work like that. You know what I mean? Like now niggas can go back and listen to that project like, bro, what the fuck was y'all on? Like, nigga, I know. We was just 10 years early. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's a cool thing to say, but in reality, it's about hitting the moment when the moment is there. Especially with music.
All right, man. We can't take all these bars. Goddamn. Like, I got titles for the next 3 episodes of this podcast right now. What's better than now?
Yeah, what's better than now, man?
Yeah.
We got to do it like in the now. You know what I mean? So I had to work on being more present.
Yeah.
And being like here for now. And
do you have reminders to, because when you're a creator like that, and I have to stop myself too. I'm like, all right, bring it back.
Yeah.
Do you have any kind of reminders when you know you're getting to 2029?
I mean, I don't stop myself from going there. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just part of who I am. So I naturally am very future focused. You know what I'm saying? So I'm always thinking about what's next. But I have to like, it's more so reminders to keep myself present, because I naturally am futuristic. Like, I naturally think about 5-10 years down the road. You know what I mean? So like, it's more so like, I gotta kind of check myself to just enjoy the moment sometimes. Like I'll be so fucking socially awkward because like I'll be quiet and like a setting where like niggas is just having fun.
Yeah.
But like I'm thinking about,
I need to go do this.
Bro, I'm at a party and I'm thinking about like, what should I do this marketing plan in 2025?
Yeah.
And blah 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 blah. I'm like, bro, like let that shit go for a minute, dog. Like, go get your drink.
Yeah.
Go dance with this chick. You know what I mean? Go have some fun. Like me. You know what I mean? Like, go have fun, man. Like be in the moment a little bit more.
Yeah.
So like I have to more so have reminders, like keep myself present, bro.
Yeah. That's key, bro. It's another bar. What y'all got, man?
I was just gonna say before we wrap it up is like, I just want to backtrack about all of the shit that you got going on.
Yeah.
And just remind everybody, all the listeners, like what
American Red Cross.
We want to check for you. We want to check for the parties when they come in. We want to check for the American Red Cross rollout. We want all of that. Yeah.
So like, best place to keep up with what we're about to be building is on Instagram is CNC Agency. That's our brand on Instagram, across everything. We're about to do a rebrand to Creative Noise. So there's going to be a slight adjustment there. So keep your eyes and ears out for Creative Noise in general. But you know, every third Friday you can find us at Rose and Ryan Buckhead. That's where we're doing our monthly series with Unlocked. So if you're looking for a place where niggas ain't really caught up on that cool shit, even though you are cool and you want somewhere where there's like a different vibe, something that's more elevated and not like trap the fuck out, you know what I mean? Like somewhere you can holler at something nice, you know what I'm saying? Get you a great crab cocktail. But you know, do some shit that's elevated. If you want to, you know, drink with your pinky out, kind of thing.
I like the
you know, that's Unlocked. You know what I mean? So every third Friday at Rose and Rye. And again, we're about to really do a big press on, you know, raising awareness around sickle cell for the Black community, through American Red Cross. That'll be specifically in Los Angeles, but we will be taking that across the country when the time is right. Beyond that, it's just you know, I'm dabbling on some music shit, you know what I mean? So, you know, some music stuff is in the works and some projects to check out. But ultimately, I'm on Instagram at jw.cnc, which is, you know, half of my agency or whatever. So holla at us there, man. jw.cnc and then Creative Noise. That's where we at and that's what we got going on.
That's what I'm talking about, man. Where my real ear home? I don't want to. That's my real ear. I got you. It's been a while. Nah, bro. Like, listen, man. Like I said, I already knew how tough it is because of everything you have going on. So I personally appreciate you. I know we appreciate you. I know the people gonna appreciate this. It's so much work you just gave me to do.
You know, I normally don't pop out, man. But like y'all the homies, you know what I mean? So like, I don't undervalue or underestimate the opportunity to have dope conversations and like share a little bit about what I got going on. You know what I mean? Because I'm so in the lab, I'm so focused on just the work. You know what I mean? But again, I gotta reel myself back and be present. You know what I mean? So this is my effort to be present. You know what I mean?
For the summer.
Like,
we appreciate you for it.
Yeah, man.
Be present, man.
Court, any last questions? Or Amy Control?
No, my question.
No.
Sure.
There is no short.
All
right.
90 minutes later.
You know, when I asked, we put out the red table. Yeah.
You do. All right. It's enough of that.
Oh man,
who's your team? How the Falcons gonna do this year? Let's do that real quick.
Ooh, man, the Falcons, bro.
I thought you was asking me that bullshit.
No.
Here come the hate.
I got a love-hate with the Falcons, man. I got a love-hate relationship with the Falcons, man. I've been disappointed so many times.
Yeah.
I've talked so much shit
That's
on behalf of
honest.
the Falcons just to get let the
Kicked
fuck
in the
down.
nuts.
Get kicked in the nuts, man.
It's never too late to be a Giants fan.
No, I'm a little traumatized by that Brady year, man, where we had the fucking Super Bowl.
that was the one.
I got a new stadium.
That's easy to say, man. You wasn't there, bro.
So no.
You didn't go through it, fam.
I was in front of that TV with money on the ground.
Were you at the Super Bowl that year?
Nah.
Oh, okay. I thought you were like, I was in the VIP booth.
Everybody that had anything to do with Georgia was in front of the TV,
Right.
and it was like, hey, bro, especially when now listen. Honestly, I'm a Jet fan, so you ain't gonna tell me nothing about no trauma. But I will say that at halftime when it's looking like that, you're like, oh shit, we really about to get one.
I was talking so much shit, bro.
You had to be.
I was talking so much shit.
I wasn't.
I was so confident.
I paid out.
Yeah.
I paid out at
halftime.
Yeah, I went and got my shit.
No.
Look at my gas.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Slight pivot.
Yeah.
Y'all watch football, or you claim to. Knowing the Patriots, and I'm talking little shit.
That was,
Nope, don't do that. Don't do that. Because I was DJing a Super Bowl party, and I kept telling them, the Falcons fans going crazy. It's in Atlanta.
Yeah, I better chill out.
I'm looking at it, and I'm looking at y'all. I was like, yo, calm down.
Right.
Relax.
I didn't say I was talking shit. I said they had to have been talking shit.
I was talking shit.
Listen to me. I am a Jet fan. Don't nobody play them more than nobody played Tom Brady more than nobody got their back kicked in more by Tom Brady than me. So I was like, yo, I said, my nigga, like you're not even playing the Patriots no more. You're playing the clock.
Right.
Just, whatever y'all doing, stop doing it. You're playing the clock. You're not playing Tom Brady now.
Right.
We need the time to get it off the clock immediately.
Yeah.
And so I'm watching the shit. He calls like a 5-step drop. He gets sacked. I was like, that was fucking stupid. Like I'm sitting with my cousin. He a super Falcon head. I'm sitting there like, that was fucking dumb. I was like, y'all playing around. I was like, this shit about to go bad.
Run the ball.
He's like, nah, you don't know. I was like, bro, listen what I'm telling you.
Run the ball.
I seen this movie like. I play them twice a year. Like they beat us 15 straight times, bro. That's like 6 years. Like you understand that? Like
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
but I agree with you. It's like
how to beat Brady, bro. Gonna be a Giants fan.
Come on, that's real shit.
Oh my!
Come on, let's go.
Oh, every time somebody bring up Tom Brady,
I'm just saying. I never had no problems with Brady. You know, Brady's always good with us.
Fan got to bring up Tom Brady.
Man, I remember as it was going down, I'm like,
slow motion.
I was like, Falcons about to do some Falcon shit.
No, this is not really happening.
This is not happening. I was like, you know what? It is happening. Yeah. At a certain point, you just got to be like, you know what?
Yeah, my cousin was sick. He said, I ain't going to work tomorrow.
So wait, what to you as a Falcon fan? I should ask B this too. What will it take for y'all to say to break the? Because at one point, let me backtrack. No, it is. No, it's a curse. It's definitely a curse right now. But it was a curse on all of Georgia sports. And then United won, and they're like, no, we ain't real soccer fans. And then the Bulldogs won, and they're like, nah. And then they went back to back. And I was like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? And they were like, nah, until the Falcons win. I was like, that's in your mind.
Yeah.
So as a Falcon fan and a true homegrown, what will it take to break the curse in your eyes?
Man, I mean, we spent so much time back in Matt Ryan that like we just got to pull it. So I think part of it too is that does Atlanta really want to be a championship team? You know what I mean? So like, are we making real moves that are going to set us up to be real champions are like real for real. You know what I mean? So I don't know if it's like the back. I feel like they try to make.
Y'all had the best offseason.
I mean, they
Top
try.
3.
You know what I mean? But like, if you want to be, if you really here to win, you got to make winning moves, bro. Like, you got to be for real about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck did we just do in the off season?
You not happy with that?
No,
I thought that was kind of ingenious.
Wait, you didn't like the off-season moves?
Nah, because again, when are we going to win, bro? When is are we? I understand that you wanted the backfield for like
too detailed. Yeah,
the future shit, right? But
Yeah.
when is now ever going to
let me
happen?
tell you what's going to lift that curse from y'all from the Falcons. Y'all gotta bring Vic in there and salute his whole family. Give him a whole
retire the jersey.
Launch his record.
Celebration appreciation day. Let all the fans come with their jerseys, wear the big shoes.
That's when the curse happened.
And the curse will be lifted.
Retire the jersey.
So this city do right by Vic.
Yeah. You know what? I never co-sign with you, bro. I'll co-sign with you, dog. We fucked up.
Yeah, you cooking. You ain't lying.
Yeah, the white boys got in the
y'all shitted on Vic the worst way, bro. And but that's another story. But we go.
I can't end it no better way.
No, we came winner. No time when
we was on our way, man.
That's it.
On our way.
Y'all got anything for this weekend?
Hey, man, chilling.
You chilling?
What day?
We got another race. We got another weekend.
This is summer finale. This is Labor Day weekend, brother. Come on, DJ.
I'm working.
I got a party Sunday.
Oh yes, yeah. Happy birthday, Marlon, early. Happy 50th. Yeah, to the family, the home team. Yeah. To this Sunday. You got a game call? What's up? Why you looking like that? Marlon. Leo season. We're celebrating again. You're welcome.
Parties.
He'll be there Sunday. Don't worry about it.
All right. Pull up, man. I gotta explain this shit.
Anything? Well, you said everything you got coming up. Anything coming up this weekend you want people to know about?
No, not this weekend, man. Just gonna be really, putting the finishing touches on this marketing campaign for the American Red Cross.
I'm excited about that.
We're planning to start dropping content around the week of the 16th.
Okay.
So we're in the trenches at the moment.
I'm about to say yeah.
Yeah, that tail end is real. You know what I'm saying? So I just sent the hard drive off today, literally.
Wow.
Okay.
To an editor. So I'm gonna be in the lab, calling shots and making sure everything, pans out smooth with that. But as soon as that shit is over, you know what I mean?
Just head out and celebrate a little bit.
Yeah.
Nah, bro, we're proud. We're all here proud of you. Like I said, understanding and what the transition has been and leveling up to actually impacting entire communities that don't even know us.
Word.
That's different, brother. So I'm proud of you. I'm happy to see you. We didn't even get to the story about where we first met.
I know, right?
Let's say that for part 2.
Say that after the Red Cross rollout.
Yeah. That may be a good idea.
Man, I love it, man.
Nah, we definitely will. Networking, you got anything? Look at him smiling. He don't ever smile. Huh? House in the Park, you gonna be there? What's that? That's on Monday, right? That's Sunday.
I probably will pull up at that.
Yeah, that's definitely my man institution. Shout out to them. I ain't feeling the tense out. I know I'll be do. I do. Outside.
I like it.
Wednesday night, as usual, Burn Lounge. I am doing Global Smoke. This week we are doing, we're doing South America, and we are doing some joints from Tokyo. Each and every Wednesday, I'm there at Burn Lounge, so we bounce around depending on what's going on. Yeah. It's Global Smoke because we smoke us some sticks. Yeah, we got some special joints coming up. Thursday night, I'm right back at Burn Lounge. We're doing a gold release party. Rocky Patel will be in the house, the man himself. And then I think this weekend I just got all private events after that. Yeah, Saturday got a wedding. Sunday we get celebrating for Marlon. Once again, we thank y'all, man, each and every time. It's been season 15, episode 7. Somebody do the math on that. Shout out Africa Live and the whole team, man. We appreciate y'all so much. Shout out Animal House.
Animal House.
Yes, indeed.
Champagne.
Yeah, Champagne.
My
James and the whole crew. Yeah. Oh wait, I didn't hit you to it again. I'm sorry. Look at me being a rookie again. So every time we sign off on the show, since we three are from New York,
obnoxious New York nigga.
Yes, that's how we do it.
I lived in New York for 3-4 years.
So you already know. So Brandon's only going to be upset because he gets upset. So we go 3, 2, 1. Then we say and that's the sign off for the show.
Okay.
All right, because I had to make sure because. I forgot a couple guests and they'd be like, why ain't you tell? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You ready?
Boom.
Count us down.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah.